And we are live. Welcome, 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 my friends. Welcome to the Krieg Dominion. I am Omar Krieg, your Lord and Commander of the Krieg Dominion and the host for tonight's event, the 8th episode of Second Star, a 2300, Traveler 2300 role-playing experience season 2, entitled Firefight. I am the storyteller, game master, referee, whatever phrase you prefer. And with me, of course, are my players and their characters. So let's check in on them, see what's new and exciting for them. And then while that's going on, I'm going to be on my phone doing weird things. I don't know. Charles, what's new and exciting for you, my friend?
Um, Not much. Just let me see. I enjoyed Monday because it was a holiday. Strangely enough, our work didn't have to go in, so I enjoyed it. It was nice, but I got a short week now, which is driving me up the wall. Uh,
Because now you have 4 days to get 5 days worth of crap done.
exactly, exactly, exactly.
Yep,
And
I
then
remember those days.
yeah, and then yeah. I mean, in general, just the it's we're entering the holiday season, and I'm just like, huh. Um, wow, time flies. You're having fun.
Yeah,
So,
like
and then the only
what happened to
go
the
ahead.
year? No, I was going to say what
Yeah,
happened to the year.
yeah. And then the only thing I have is that I'm slowly getting a regular traveler game done in real life and in my local gaming store.
Oh, nice.
But it's just been one of those things of like we were supposed to do it last Friday, but then the usual stuff of people being together in real life and life happens. So our next, I think our next meetup is next week where we're going to start the opening scenario. So it ought to be interesting.
So have you already
Just
done session zero type stuff?
Yep, yep. We already done session 0, so I am playing a. We all just chose to like cap out at 4 terms
Right.
because anything over that was going to be like start having to figure out.
Yeah.
40, roll the dice, lose X amount of points on your stats.
Yep.
So I have an average character with a 2 for sock. Uh,
Ooh. Ooh.
yes, yes,
Outcast.
yes. Who managed to survive 4 full terms as a merchant mariner in space, and yeah, making broker and some other stuff. And strangely enough, I never made any contacts or rival. Oh, I made one rival, and we were trying to figure out how to make that happen. And then we have another guy playing a ex space marine, and we have somebody else playing a
Spice
ex.
Marine. Sorry, I
Yeah,
had to. I
yeah.
had to. I'm like under a contract or something.
I know. No, not one of them beefy, bulky types. But we have another one playing. Someone playing a psionic, I think it's Zildani, scientist who is on the run for maybe or using or not using because their last role at university as a professor failed, and they're
Mm.
now on the run as a criminal.
Oh
So
my. Well, hopefully that. Well, I mean, it sounds like it's already going to be some interesting, fun times. Are you guys on
yeah,
any particular campaigns, or is this just homebrew
it
type stuff? Or
it's a little bit homebrewed. Like our GM's gonna blend in some of the published adventures. Like he mentioned, the first one we may do is one of the March adventures,
okay,
uh, to kind of set this up. But I mean, we like amongst the I think there's 4 of us. Yeah, there's one that's kind of floating. Maybe not. I mean, he's on a little separate Discord server. But
gotcha.
anyhow,
Man, more
long
than
story
one
short,
Discord server?
Oh God,
yeah.
don't ask me how many Discord servers I'm on.
The
Anyhow,
scandal.
anyhow, between like the 4 of us, we had enough ship shares to almost buy ourselves a used far trader.
Oh,
So
nice.
that's gonna be the first adventure is go find the boat.
Yeah, yeah. That's like it's almost like a natural, semi-required starting point for most traveler
Yep.
campaigns.
Yep.
I speaking of, I forget. I think somebody posted something on in the traveler group on Facebook, or maybe it was on the traveler Discord. Somebody said something about Deep Night Revelations, and the big takeaway I had taken from whatever comments I had seen was a lot of work for the GM, and I'm just like, that's that could be daunting. However, my curiosity's peaked because I don't know much about it, and the little bit I did read after the fact, was like a 20-year career style campaign for the players, and I'm like, bet that sounds interesting. But apparently there's a lot of work that has to be done with the
Yeah.
TM.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, I have it sitting in on my shelf right now. Because I happen to stumble into a good deal for it. But like, effectively, think of it this way, and everything I've been reading on other places like the Reddit and everything else says that you should have your character start at turn 1 or 2 and then stop, because this whole campaign is going to take them through all the other
all the other
adventures,
stuff, and basically
all
their
the other
whole
stuff.
life.
Yes, and then I mean, realistically, this is like there are 3 published adventures that are kind of supposed to fit in with this, but if you really wanted to, this is straight out into deep space. Find a planet. Is it mineable? Is it useful? Can we put a colony on there? Are there weird animals? And it gives you all kind of some of the tools to do all that stuff with.
Mm-hmm.
But really, it's just a lot of it's being on the boat and having to deal with being stuck together and the randomness of a jump, miss jump, things like that,
Yeah.
where you're not near anybody. So
Yep. No, it's interesting, and I may take a look at picking it up in the near future myself. But
yeah,
I just dropped some money for Mongoose in the last few weeks, and my next opportunity may be a little while away, but we'll see.
yep.
Wiggles with 3 Gs. What's new and exciting
Hmm.
for you in your neck of the woods, my friend?
It's decided to be cold.
It's decided to be cold, so it's not just warm. It's not cool. It's cold.
Yeah, it's decided to be cold. I for the first time this year, all the doors and windows in the RV are closed, and there's a really strong breeze happening outside,
Well,
which is very loud to me, but it doesn't seem to be being picked up on the mic, so that's nice.
yes, I haven't heard anything in the background other than what you would, normally expect here on the mic. So there's that.
Yeah, it's cold now. We had a high of 69 today. I get it. You live in Alaska.
No, I'm laughing. Personally, I had to bite my tongue for a second there, because for me personally, if it gets up to about 65 plus, I'm sweating while I'm out doing my day job. But that's because I'm literally constantly running, hopping in and out of my truck, making deliveries all day long. And yeah, that my body temperature starts to go up on that. But that's just me personally, not necessarily anybody else. If I was not doing anything, like sitting at home chilling out, I'm not sure if I'd have the AC on or not at 69, 70.
No, I got a jacket on. I'm pretty okay. But we might be having to get out the heater in next week or so if it keeps on continuing on like this.
I'll be nice, because I know you live in the desert, and in the desert, 69 can get really freaking cold.
Okay, so Mojave can actually get like really cold, like below freezing temperatures
Oh, I
during
know.
winter.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
I'm aware. I know most people
yeah,
don't believe that, but I
we
have.
we
But
yeah we used to get snow. We haven't gotten snow for the last few years, but we used to get pretty snow. Now we just get ice, which is worse in some respects.
yeah, no, ice is a pain in the ass. Ice is definitely a pain in the ass. I was in Iraq, my second tour, I think. I think it was my second tour, and we actually got snow during the winter phase, or not winter phase, during the winter season. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? This is snow. This is Iraq. We're like as desert gets, short of being in like legitimately in a desert like the Sahara or the Mojave, the Gobi. Like this is about as desert as it gets without actually being no shit. There I am, sand dunes." So I get it. You got anything else, Mr. Wiggles? What is going on with your mic, my friend?
I have the amount of vitamin D in my system is very low.
Okay, I'm not sure how to
Yeah.
take that information.
Yeah, no, I was looking over my lab results from my blood work, and it said vitamin D low.
Which is, I find that interesting, because you live in a desert where, in theory, there's plenty of sunshine.
Yeah, but I don't go fucking outside because it's a desert and
It's
it's
a desert.
terrible.
It's fucking hot, or in this case, cold. All right, Thurgor. What do you got
All
for
right.
us, my friend?
Low vitamin D is where we have something in common. So
Well, in
That's
your case, it's
it's a different
specifically
it's a
because
different
it's not.
reason.
There's a very similar reason in that there is no sunshine in your part of the world.
Not for several months here.
Yep.
So we got a hire
Yeah.
at work.
Yeah.
So he'll be starting. I'm not sure exact when his start date is. Sometime November, early December. So that's awesome. That'll let me finally get out of here and go on vacation or something.
Work a normal 40-hour week.
Exactly. Other than that, there's not really a whole lot going on. I'm glad it's Wednesday.
Is it because we're playing Traveler now, or is it just because it's the
Yeah.
middle of the week?
No,
Don't lie to
screw
me,
the middle
son.
of
Don't lie to me.
screw the middle of the week. I mean, if I wanted to be happy about what day of the week it was, I'd be, hey, it's Friday.
Right.
But no, it's all about some 2300.
There you go. I got you. You got anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right.
We're gonna find out if I'm gonna roll a new character here in a few
Well,
minutes.
all three of you are going to find out if all three of you are going to be rolling new characters here in a little bit. Suddenly, Tankerson's second operation team makes an
Hey,
appearance.
get off my keyboard. Right now, the only thing Joseph Milligan's wondering is who are they here for?
Yeah, that's a valid question for him.
And are they here to
man.
kill them or capture them? You know,
Yeah,
because if that's the case, well, maybe I'll be okay.
Oh, excuse me. Well,
All right,
my little bit of intro, I don't really have anything specific. I've had a pretty decent week overall since our last session. I have had some emotional stuff to deal with, some personal feeling stuff, but that's not really. I mean, to me, it's big as far as like the big event of the week. But obviously, I'm not going to go into it because not everybody wants to hear that stuff, and honestly, not everybody needs to know that stuff. But the short version is, I'm not going to call it drama. It wasn't drama. I don't think it was. Just some emotional stuff I had to work through, and I got through it. And, well, let me rephrase that. I'm through it in the way that it's been resolved. It's just now a process of learning how to move on from this point forward. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I hope that makes sense. Let me put it that way. But other than that, yeah, I got my Mercenary box set for Traveler today. It just came in. I haven't had a chance to open it yet, but I'm pretty sure I'll do a deep dive into it come this weekend. And if you guys recall, there was a Mercenary unit way back in episode 2, possibly episode 3. Because I forget exactly when you guys worked for them, but I remember we had a little side gig on Mars, and it was basically to help them recover their weapons. I believe their name was Kel's Rifles or Kelly's Rifles.
Kel's Rifles.
What was that?
It was Kel's Rifles. The only reason it stuck out to me because it reminds me of some giant machines with a fusion backpack. I can't place where those exist.
I know where you're going with that. No, because I literally ripped the name from Kel's Hounds. From BattleTech, which is another mercenary outfit in that. The Cal Hounds, named because the two brothers that founded it, their family name was Kel. Yeah, so I'm thinking I'm gonna be drafting up this actual mercenary unit, and they may or may not make an appearance. I may or may not do some short story type stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I might just do it as something to do to kill my time when my son is hogging the computer all day long on the weekends, which is just fine by me because that gives me something to do, and he won't be bothering me too much. But other than that, status quo, I suppose. Otherwise, I got nothing else to throw in there. So let's get started. Previously, on Second Star, the crew have had about 2 weeks off with which to do more or less whatever they like outside of any daily tasks given them by their newfound patron, Iron Mike Tankerson. George Wyatt finally found a chance to ride his dirt bike purchased weeks ago, a Nibelungen, but to date has not yet had a chance to actually ride the damn thing. Fritz Hellwig and Joseph Milligan investigate to find out more about the French ship Durandal, whose initial efforts consisted mostly of sifting through rumors or running down dead-end leads. A meeting with Tankerson draws up a contract binding the team and their allies to his service as troubleshooters on. Wow, I really do know how to speak. I promise. Binding the team and their allies to his service as troubleshooters on retainer, and with a half-decent paycheck for the team. Lastly, a surprising call from Dr. Grimaldi brings the team to the Dragon's Tooth restaurant for a sit-down regarding more information about the Durandal, but before anything can be disclosed, ambush. So let's go ahead and take a look at the table that you guys have already started doodling on.
You know that's 100% Wiggles.
What did I say?
Y'all.
Oh, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. Omar is tired of 2300 AD. I'm not tired of 2300. What are you talking about?
We face the big bets.
Uh-oh. Charles, you might have to reset your mic or something. You
Alright.
sounded very much like a robot. You know, one of those robots with
Ooh.
the fusion packs.
Yep. Okay, give me a second.
Yep. While he's doing that, for the benefit of the viewers, I briefly discussed this with the players before we got started, but for the viewers, what you're looking at is a very crappy floor plan that I took from 2 different floor plans that I've randomly found on the internet, and then did a very crappy job of slapping them together in Photoshop. But I will point out this. In my description last week for this restaurant, it is a completely open-air restaurant. So all the black lines that you see indicating walls and windows and whatever else, those don't exist. This is a completely open-air establishment. So anybody can basically walk in wherever they want, even though there are designated doorways, which we can, instead of being doorways, they'd probably be more like pathways. There is we'll call it a designated walking area about where the black hand cursor is that connects the one side of the restaurant with the other. Where everybody is right now is kind of like the family dining side, and the side closest to the camera view is more of a bar lounge sort of deal. This green token here, this guy, oh, let me do that right. There we go. This figure represents Dr. Grimaldi, who was already here prior to the EMP blast that triggered the cliffhanger. The group decided to send the 3 troopers. That's these guys over here. They went ahead just to check things out because apparently they don't trust old professor types. And then they showed up, and they did get a chance to order the drinks. We didn't actually talk about it. I think we did this kind of almost like a cutscene when we wrapped up because we were getting kind of long in the tooth last week. But effectively, the 3 players have already, taken a seat at the booth that Grimaldi's in, and then they actually placed their orders with the robotic segways that serve as the waiters, and there's of course 4 of them wandering about the place, or well, there were 4 of them until the EMP went off, and they're all going freaking crazy, and people are weirding out. Reminder. If you have any electronic gear implanted into your body, cybernetic gear, if it's not hard shielded, it is zapped for the time being. And is going through a forced hard reset reboot. Not reset like you're going to lose your default settings or whatever, but like, it's going to take a minute or 2. At least a couple of rounds before you get your full functionality back. Any questions from the group before we get started with the actual firefight?
I just need to reiterate that my neural bridge is T12 military. So
Was that the deception roll, by the way?
No, it was not.
What was the deception roll? You thought I forgot. And in truth, I did forget, because for a couple of days I was racking my brain and I could not put it together. And then for like several more days until today, I remembered. Oh yeah, Thurgor said something about a freaking a natural, in real life deception roll that he had made.
Yeah, it was.
So come on.
I really don't want to. Well, as long as you promise not to reverse anything.
Well, if I reverse anything, it'll be because I forgot. and made a new decision. How about that?
So when you talked about our salaries with Tankerson,
Uh-huh.
you did it twice. You like talked about it once, and then we talked about some other stuff, and then in the wrap up, you were going through it again,
Uh-huh.
and you were talking about me and Charles's pay, and I don't remember if it was you said 3,000 or 3,500 or whatever, and real soft, I just said 4,000, and you said 4,000, and then we and then went on. So I'm like, boom! I just got us a
Well,
1,000 credit
so
raise.
I remember thinking, so real quick before we get into this, so the thought process on the paychecks, I remember thinking that in the 1,000 to 1,500 a month, that was like the average person's monthly income, and I wanted to be a little bit higher than that. So I was thinking like like between 2 and 2,500 for everybody other than the individual leaders of the team.
Right.
And then Milligan, Helwig, and Blaine would then get the 3,000 Libra mark, I think it was, as leaders, and then Wyatt, because I guess he's going to be the team or the team captain or what have you, he would actually be getting like 4,500. But we can always hash out the specific numbers. Like, we don't need to be crunching all the numbers right away.
Right. And
Yeah,
there
we
is
don't
a-
need to be discussing our pays. That way we get, worth what we want. Never discuss pay with your peers.
Yeah. Well, no, never discuss. I'm gonna go with never discuss pay with your employees, so you can pay them whatever the employer wants. One final note before I forget: if you look really carefully at the grid, or excuse me, at the map, there are grid squares, and there were supposed to be further divisions of grid squares inside them, but they didn't translate very well to the image that we have here. So we're gonna have to kind of wing it for movement and all that, but effectively everybody's gonna be within moderate range. I say moderate instead of medium. So here's what we'll do. We already have where Grimaldi is. You guys are all currently seated in the booth, so go ahead and place yourselves in the booth. Yes, if you press or if you hover over your individual dude, pressing 1, 2, 3, or 4 will change their position or stance. Obviously, if you flip them, they'll do, stand on their head, which is just not effective. If they're crouching, kneeling.
I got there first.
Wow. Come on, guys. Let's not fight over this. No, Mom, I want the front seat.
And you press Q and R to rotate.
Yes, Q and E.
Oh.
Q and E.
Q and E, sorry, Q and E.
Yep. And then 1, 2, 3, and 4 will change their stance. 1 is standing, 2 is kneeling, 3 is prone, and 4 is dead. Or we can use that for, God, what's the word I'm looking for here? Not dead, but like incapacitated. That's it. And then you guys should have your stats, or at least a summary, or the most important combat-related ones. And then everybody, I believe, had something like jackets, armor jackets, I should say. So I think that's, without looking in the book, I think that's +6 armor. I could be wrong. Somebody double check that for me and don't lie to me.
I mean, did we have access to those? Because I don't know one.
Well, I know. Oh, I'm sorry. No, not everybody. I know Helwig had a jacket. Wiggles had. Or
yeah, but
had,
go ahead. I didn't bring anything though. This was just a dinner. Everyone else went, pissing and paranoid. And it was just a meeting at a fucking Denny's.
Well, see, but I have reasons to be paranoid out in public. That's why I wanted the knuckleheads here.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. I'm listening. I just remembered something though, so I got to look it up while you guys are talking.
Yeah.
Oh, right, prep.
And I'm always paranoid.
No, I just realized for like the third time in a week, I had meant to give. I had told Thurgor last week I was going to tell him what kind of pistol it was that he got off of the fucking crazy doctor professor type.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot. Excuse me, I forgot to look it up.
I printed out the one for the gun we were talking about, the Chip Trailer Special, which is just a small 9mm.
Yeah.
It holds 20 rounds, and I assume there wasn't any extra ammo with it. It was the gun I stripped out of dude's hand. It's like a 3D damage. I guess the rate of fire is 1, but yeah.
I'm looking through the published material real quick just to see if there was anything specific about the gun, because it says he has this, that, the other.
That was the only weapon he had, right?
No, Oh no! I'm confusing because one of the other dudes had like a shotgun, if you remember, but that obviously
Oh,
stayed
yeah.
up on the station, or maybe it came back with him, but
Yeah.
oh,
Okay,
it is
this
a
might give you.
small 4-barreled pistol on his link. Hold on, fabricator plans for a small 4-barreled pistol on his link, and one on a separate chip sewn in. Blah blah blah. Along with that, he keeps 10 Jesus Christ, 10 millimeter rounds in a hermetically sealed plastic case. Some other stuff, like he's a little bit crazy about Keflers and pentapods, but nobody knows about Keflers yet. So this is, yeah, you've got that. So he had that chip tracer, whatever the fuck it was you called it.
Chip trailer special.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about because I've seen it in the book. I just couldn't think of
It's like
the
a
actual name. It's like a little
M.
9 or 10 mil pistol.
Yeah, it's a 9 mil.
Yeah. With one magazine, unless you purchase more ammo for it.
Yep. I did not, so I got 20 rounds.
Okay.
I don't plan on shooting very much. I plan on running more. Which brings up the next point. I wanted you to go over movement rules real quick,
Okay, so
like minor actions and how far you can move and all that kind of stuff.
we're gonna have to kind of wing it. So we'll go
Okay.
with the standard. I don't remember specifically what Traveler says for how long a combat round takes, but I'm used to something like 5 to 10
6 seconds.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. I'm used to somewhere in the 5 to 10 second range. It just depends on which game you're playing that specifies exact amounts. So, in 5 or 10 seconds, you're probably only gonna get maybe no more than like 10 meters, I would think, and that's if you're moving at a fairly solid clip. Like,
So you can use. Okay, so you get either one complex action or one minor action. The minor action can be used to move. If you decide not to do a complex action, you can do 3 minor actions, and all those can be used to run. It also takes a minor action to draw a weapon and to reload.
correct.
Okay. See, I was under the impression that there was one significant and 3 minors, no matter what. But there's only 3 minors if you don't take the significant. Is that right?
Well, there's also like your normal actions, which, if I'm not mistaken, are things like aiming and shooting.
So
Combined,
aiming is
I
a
believe.
aiming is a minor.
Aiming's
Yeah.
minor. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I admit, I know I've been GMing this shit for months now. I admit I don't remember every single line of the rules, and a lot of times I don't want to say I wing it, but effectively that's what it is. I kind of just roll with it because I don't want to get bogged down. Like, there's plenty of things in the game of itself that can get bogged down, and I just kind of want to keep the story going, keep the narrative, keep the mission, the action going. So what I will allow is, like, shooting to me is just a regular action. Or a melee attack is a regular action. Complex actions to me, which of course may or may not differ from the book. Complex action might be something like, I need to go over there and perform first aid on him before he dies. That to me would be a complex action. Somebody can challenge me if they want, and I'm okay with that.
So you're welcome to house rule this all you want. So are we introducing a new action level? Because there's minor and complex, and now there's regular. I'm not trying to be a bitch about this. I just want to make sure what rules we're clear, what rules we're playing on.
No, we're good. We're good. Like, I didn't want to make it so, like, again, in my head, the way I remember things, and sometimes I get different games bleeding over or whatever.
Yeah.
The minor and the complex, to me, and this is definitely a way my brain is wired, those two terms are not, oh God, what's the word I want to use? They don't work well together, if that makes any sense. Because there's
if you want to call regular actions complex actions, that's fine with me. I just want to make sure we're introducing like a third kind of action.
No, that wasn't my intent. That wasn't my intent. But I think what I was trying to distinguish was I guess again, without digging into the book, the difference between, obviously a minor action of, like, I'm going to take a second to aim and then I'm going to shoot. Shooting might be kind of complex depending on unless you're trying to do like a called shot or something. But if you're just shooting not wildly, but just shooting in the general direction, that's probably not going to be complex. I digress. Are there any other questions, or have I confused anybody that we need to get unconfused?
I just wanted to clarify the 3 minor action thing, because if you can use your movement every minor action, that's going to dictate how far we can move if we're like flat out running out of here.
Yeah, we can move 6 meters per minor action.
Right. That was my understanding.
Yeah.
And then we can also use our complex action just to fucking book it. just run. Yeah, I'll post rules to that onto the Discord.
Yeah, that would be nice for quick, easy reference type deal.
Yeah, no.
Because obviously, if you're gonna book it, like you're gonna get, I guess, 18 meters is if my math is right there. Which to me seems like kind of far to run in 10 seconds. But what do I know? Like I don't run 10 seconds ever. I run like 3 seconds. That's about it. And I don't run. It's more of a jog. And it's because I'm dodging a car. Because you know, if you can dodge a car, you can dodge a wrench or something like that. How's that go, Charles?
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Oh, so there was no car. Got it. No, actually, I think there was a scene
Nope.
when they were running across the fucking traffic.
And they're running around so without getting hit.
Yeah.
To represent the balls coming at them. Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, there's so many dodgeball references. Anyways, are you guys situated the way you are comfortable with, or what have you? Within the scope of where we start.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions or anything before I bring the attackers onto the field?
Nope.
I think when we left, I also said I was flipping the table. So
You did.
The
That's
table
right,
that we're
because
at.
you were like guns, and flipping tables, drawing your weapon. So.
Yep.
Okay.
You know what would be hilarious if the table's bolted
I'm
down.
paranoid.
Actually, I was getting ready to say something about that too. I was gonna say specifically something to the effect of I don't remember if Beowulf was any like overly active tectonically, because then maybe the tables would be bolted down. But also I'm not even sure if that's a fair statement to make. So the tables are not bolted to the floor. Let me make that clear now. If you want to knock a table over, if you want to pick a table up, if you want to slam somebody through the table, by all means.
All right.
I guess I should have really looked at the combat rules. Initiative is just it's obviously going to be either 1 or 2 dice plus your.
Okay, so initiative is a little bit weird. All right, so it's 2d6 either plus your intelligence or your dexterity modifier. Then it goes based upon measure of effect. So it's 2d6 versus 8. It's weird. Most people don't run it that way. They just go, bigger number first.
Yeah, that's where I'm going with it, because I understand the whole measure of effect or margin of effect or other. But yeah,
it's trying to keep it the same mechanic. I get that. I understand that. But most people just go bigger number first.
Yeah, exactly. So with that in mind, I need a note card. Opponents. Cards. Nope, that's not a note card. Where are the note cards in here? Tools.
In the note box?
No. They're actually they're in a different spot. Okay. Note cards. And then let's see.
It's gracious.
All right. I'm gonna start rolling. Well, let me get your guys' rolls first. So yeah, just 2d6 and add if you your dexterity or intelligence. Was there a particular reason why there was 2 different options? Does the player choose?
Player chooses.
Okay. It's weird that there's. All right, go ahead. Let's see. We'll start. Okay. First off,
quick thinking or clicking your feet.
Yeah, that makes sense. What we got? We got Wiggles with a 9. Nope, I'm reading that wrong. Thurgor.
I rolled a 9. That's an 11.
Okay, so let's go ahead. So we got Thurgor with 11. We've got.
I get 1 for my intelligence and 1 for my jack.
We got Hellwig with a 9 plus
I got plus a 1, so it's a 10 for my dexterity.
Okay, and then finally we have Wyatt with
that's
7.
also plus 1 with an 8
So
altogether.
8. All right, somebody want to make a roll for well, first we've got Blaine, we've got Spearman, we've got
actually there's 2 Arleos on the field.
I'm sorry, one more time?
There's 2 Arleos in the field, there's no Hellwig.
What?
That's weird.
What?
I'll roll
there
for
was
Gamal.
me.
Well, it's not anymore.
Yeah.
That's really weird. Hold on. Okay.
I don't exist. I'm just a figmentation of your imagination.
Well, this guy can stay here. We can delete this guy. See, now he's Hellwig.
That one's
I
A.
see what it is. I get it.
That one's A.
It's when you
Don't
crouch him.
scare me.
He changes.
Their name changes?
Yeah, so when he's in position 1 of 4, it's Fritz Hellwig, but when you go to 2 of 4, it's Aelo. Probably because I copied and pasted these little drones, or whatever you want to call them, and then changed the data.
Oh, yeah, no, that happens to me too. If I'm on my knee, it also says view for okay,
Yeah,
that's weird.
yeah, it
All
is
right,
weird. All right, I guess everybody has to stay standing so we can
Sure.
identify them. That's so stupid that it does that, and I don't know how to fix it. I'm certainly not gonna try to figure it out right now. But yeah, keep them standing. We'll just have to remember who's like crouching or whatever, or maybe put like a. Here, let me do this. Copy. Oh. And then change the color to white, and then change the value to. We'll just do like 1, 2, 3, 4 for the and just place a die next to the individual. So if somebody wants, can you guys do copy and paste with the if you right click? Actually, that's a little complicated, but I digress.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
Those are grayed out.
Oh, they are, huh? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll have to wing it. All right. I need 2d6 roll for Blaine. Oops. Somebody want to give me that?
All right.
For?
I'll do Grimaldi.
+1. 8. So that's a 9 for Blaine. I need 1 for Spearman. Hey, Stormblender, how you doing? Spearman will have
7.
7. Is 7 a modifier? I can't remember off the top of my head.
It's not.
No.
Okay.
It's 7, 8 plus 0.
Okay. So Spearman has a 7. Actually, really working out right now. And then Aelo, who has 8, so it's gonna be +1. Somebody roll for Aelo real quick for me, please.
All right.
9. And then do a 1d6 roll for Blaine. So I'm just gonna add.
Okay.
Or just re-roll 2, but no modifiers. I gotta roll off between the 2.
Come on. It won't work for me. What did I just do?
Did you break the bloody ship?
It rolled an 8, so
Okay.
I'm not sure. Oh, did you turn? Did
There
you
you go.
click print off by chance
Um.
on the little dice
No.
roller pad?
It lights up for me. If I get on it just right. There
Oh,
it is.
there we go.
Oh, you
Wait,
rolled a
what?
1. Okay, all right.
It hung up for some reason. Okay.
Yep. And then another one, real quick, for Aiello to break the tie. Perfect. Then now we have Grimaldi.
I got
Somebody-
rolled a 6, so whatever his intelligence.
I'm not thinking about it. I don't know if I put his stats in. Oh, I did. Intelligence is 10 is +1.
1.
Yep.
So
So that's
7. And then I
yep.
need a 1d6 roll for him and another one for Spearman. Please and thanks.
Oops. Boom.
6. That's for Grimaldi.
Yep.
And then for Spearman. Somebody want to roll that 1d6 for me real quick for Spearman?
Yep. Come on. There we go.
6.
Boom.
Oh, re-roll that.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, they both rolled 6.
Boom.
Okay, well, now Grimaldi re-roll.
Damn it.
The Spearman's getting the 6.
Well, I thought we were fighting with the bad guys over initiative, not each other.
Well, don't worry, that's about to start now. Because now that we have all the player dudes, I gotta do the other ones. Okay. So attacker 1. Give me 2d6. I'm just gonna. Okay, yeah, these are good. straight 2d6s. 5. 7. Got some more ties. Give me a 1d6 roll real quick, somebody, please.
All right.
Because this is gonna be fun when I have to reorganize this into the actual order. 4. Okay.
4.
All right. Attacker 3. 5. Oh, this firefight really is going to take the whole session.
Mhm. Well, I expect it to.
Oh, I had a feeling it was going to no matter what we did, so.
So what's the range of your pistol, Thurgard?
Oh, crap. Where is it?
I don't know.
Hang on, I'll have to look. I printed out the little stat block for it, but for whatever reason, range it in there. I'll have to look on the chart real quick.
I believe you.
I do have a question about movement and all that stuff. Another one.
Uh-huh.
So with initiatives being different, if I grab Grimaldi
Mm-hmm.
to vacate, can he move with me even though it's not his initiative yet? Range is 30.
What I would do in that kind of situation is some sort of grapple check. And obviously in this case it would probably be voluntarily grappled. So
Right.
probably not much of an actual check, or maybe like a low modifier, just to be like, well, you meant to grab him by the shoulder and start leading his ass away, but you failed your grapple check, so now you're tripping over him, and both of you just collapse on the ground because he was confused and wasn't sure what you were trying to do. You know, that kind of scenario. Assuming everything worked the way it was supposed to, what would happen is, regardless of the initiative order, whoever goes first, or yeah, just regardless of the order, you make that grapple check kind of thing, and you just pull them along. Or I guess in Traveler it'd be athletic strength, but I get you. I think you get the ideas. There would have to be some sort of test to make sure it works the way you want it to.
Right.
And
I've got
then,
athletics, Dex, so
yeah, I guess you could use Dex maybe.
because I'm trying to guide him and not like actually wrestle him.
Who got a 9 on their initiative?
I did.
Blaine, Aiello. Well, a total of 9, because I've got Blaine and Aiello with a 9, and one of the attackers with a 9. So I need another 1d6 roll, please. Or actually, I'll do that one. Hold on. Oh shit, dumbass! Oh my god. 1. Awesome. And then just need to that. There. Okay, now we should have these 2 different cards. Let me zoom in on them so I can actually see what I'm working with here. Jesus Christ, what am I trying to do? On it. Okay, what am I looking at?
The game board you set up with the pieces you put on it.
Yes, indeed.
Somewhere in.
All right, here we go. So Thurgor is going to be moving first simply because he's got the highest initiative. But let me go ahead and get all this reorganized. Thurgor first, then Helwig, then the people with 9s, which is Blaine, Aiello, and fuck. I need another 1d6 roll for. I need 1 for Blaine and 1 for one of the attackers. Somebody can do that for me, please.
I'll roll the attacker one.
4 for the attacker.
Was that what Blaine got to? Or did you roll yet?
I'll roll.
Tried.
Oh,
Yeah.
are we hung up?
I'm sorry.
Are we waiting for the die to come down? Oh, wow. Not just the die. Waiting for your ping to come down. You're a half a second behind.
Right.
All right.
Hang bunch of crap on.
Yeah, I can roll it.
There you go.
Oh, there goes. 1. Or you were rolling for Blaine, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. So then it's Thurgor, then attacker 5. What? Jesus Christ, this is getting more and more complicated here. Mine's 8 is Wyatt.
No. Yep, you got it. That's 8.
Then we have 7s, which is Grimaldi with 5. Attacker 4. Okay, Grimaldi. Attacker 2. And attacker 4. Who had 6? Anybody have a 6? What am I looking?
I don't know.
That's okay. I feel like I'm missing. Oh, I didn't put Blaine in. What?
All that hard work.
No. Attacker 5. So
This is
Blaine.
definitely going to go down on the Yelp review.
Do it. Fucking call me out. Oh,
Oh no, I'm
Aiello.
talking about. I'm talking about. Here I am enjoying.
Oh yeah.
Picking,
Okay, attacker 5, and then Halo, then Blaine, then Wyatt. All right, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm missing a couple still. Well, we've got attacker 3 and 1 in here. This is so much extra work. Okay. All right, so
Would it help if you posted it in the on the Discord?
No, well, I'm using these cards because I can kind of toy with them a little bit to make them look right. This is the actual setup work here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm missing like one person. Oh, Spearman. That's who I'm missing. Spearman rolled a 7. He goes before attacker 2, which is before Grimaldi. So I got attacker 2 and then Grimaldi in the wrong order. Okay. So Spearman, attacker 2, Grimaldi. Oops. All right, I think I got it. Let me make that a little bit bigger. Let's set this over here. Play some weird, not weird. Let's see that, and then we're gonna rotate a little bit.
My gosh,
up
that's
some
tiny.
techno beat.
We're gonna do it like that. We're gonna move it up like
That's
that, and then
smooth.
we're gonna lock it. Oops. Now I can make it bigger. I unlock it. Oh, son of a bitch! All right.
Madre Dios.
Whoa!
Yeah, I just
I would say lay it flat because when you lay it up on the edge, it puts a shadow on it and it's harder to read.
is it better this way? And then you can't
Yeah,
quite
it's better
see.
that way.
You can't see everybody on here though. So where's it cut off? After Grimaldi. Okay. So here's what I'll do. Okay. Hang on. I'm figuring this out. Attacker
We go for one
4.
day.
What'd you say?
Only hang on all day.
Yeah. And then after attacker 4 is attacker 3. And after attacker 5, hell. I gotta get this high up on my screen as I can to get the whole thing to pop up. There we go. Okay. All right. This is so stupid that I have to do it this way, but whatever. All right. So attacker 5 is, or excuse me, not. Okay. Now I can just do this. And that should work. once I put the camera. That makes sense, right? Go all the way down on the left, then go all the way down on the right, and then back up. God, I hope I get everyone. Thurgor, you are first. Oh, let me position my my 5 knuckleheads here. I actually have to name them too. So attacker 1. He's gonna be over here. Attacker 2. Here. 3. Here. 4. And 5. So, again, we are all at the restaurant. You guys started placing your orders. The Segway robot rolled away to place them. And as soon as it started doing that, the EMP blast went off. All of your electronic shit started getting all weird. I'm getting this die out of here. We'll just have to try to remember who's doing what as far as prone and all that. The EMP blast went off. Your electronic stuff started resetting. And then there is just gunfire all over the place. Bullets, bullets, bullets. Thurgor,
So
go ahead.
They have open fire.
Yes, they have open fire, and they appear to be moving directly into the restaurant.
And where are they?
Some
Oh,
line
is this them over here?
Yeah, so if you guys are over here, these guys over here, 4 and 5 might be kind of difficult to see because of intervening tables, people, bars, etc. These 3 out here, the only thing that would interfere with you being able to see them or having clear line of sight would be like any sort of foliage, bushes, trees out here. None of them have any actual, like, I'm not going to impose cover modifiers just because, at the moment they're advancing rapidly. That tactical quick move forward while shooting sort of deal. And
Right.
At the moment, it doesn't appear that they're actually trying to hit anybody in particular. They're more, I'm going to make you make a roll first if you want to try to figure out what their intentions are or what you can discern.
Oh, I can discern that this isn't a good place to be.
It's an open air restaurant. And there's bullets everywhere. This is no bueno.
Oh. And our table's already flipped, so it's not
Yep.
really stuck in between us like that. And they are between us and the van.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ironically, as it turns out, because the van. I'll go ahead and do this. Let's.
What the heck?
I'm gonna use the die to represent the van.
How approximate is the van to a river?
Is it in a van down by the river?
Yeah.
I don't really have a good question for that. Or good answer, I should say. Oh, it's trying to. Okay, I see what it's doing. All right. So yeah, let me make this a bit more vanny sized. There you go.
Unfortunately, this tournament doesn't allow proxies.
You know what? I don't give a shit. Well, let's just say also that the side that has the 1 is where is the nose of the van, and the side of the 6 has the back of the van. This is some great artwork here, by the way. I just want you guys to know that.
Top quality.
Yeah, exactly. This is what people came here for. This is what they paid good money for. And when I say they paid good money, this is you get what you paid for. Anyway, yeah, Thurgor, it's on you. The table's been flipped. Someone is screaming guns, guns, guns.
All right.
It
So
is your go,
which
my
one of
friend.
these dice is our van?
Yeah, let me change the color on this one. See what I'm doing. God damn it. Hold on. This one we will make it a. That's a great color. Let's go with that. All right, the white one is yours. The shit
Okay.
brownie one is not.
Okay. Well, shit, we're not going to get there unless we
Start
move.
booking it, I believe was your plan.
Well, move through them. I was hoping they were coming from the other direction.
Yeah. Well,
So
I had
now
to
I'm
make
thinking we're going to have to.
I didn't really think very hard about where they were going to come from exactly, so I kind of had to make
Right.
a spot decision.
So here's the next question.
Uh-huh.
All we have a picture of is the dragon's tooth. We don't know what the layout is of this entire area, you know? The
Of the-
Wait,
Arboretum,
the
is the
ancient-
dragon
all that.
tooth?
Right.
Is
So
there just a really big placard that says dragon tooth right by us?
Oh my god. All right. That label there is specifically for the purposes of this floor plan. It has nothing to do with the actual physical representation. There is a corn garden on the other side of the small parking lot in which the vans are parked. That's where these knuckleheads are coming from.
mhm.
There otherwise
corn people.
around you is various other like eateries, some shops, some open air garden type stuff, different gardens, things of that nature.
Are there any structures out there? Like I'm trying to like make a block. I'm trying
Yeah.
to put some buildings or whatever in between us and them. Maybe move, I'm just going to say south, you know, from here to try to get behind something to make the block to come out around by the van.
Oh yeah. We're gonna like ignore this entire deck plan. Just leave it immediately.
I can give you. Hold on. Let's just bear with me. I gotta. Oh, is that locked? Nope, that was the board. Need this tree. Why is it? Oh, I almost had it. There it is.
Whoa.
That tree. Wow. There's a guy outside.
Nope, wrong button. There we go. There, we got a couple of trees. I'm not gonna add any shrubbery. Just pretend there's shrubbery. There. I present foliage.
All right.
Oh,
So if there's
okay, all right. For a second, we got super quiet, and I was like, "Please tell me
Yeah.
I did not lose everybody."
No,
so if there
joke's
is
not time.
a space that I can cross, like moving south from here, that's going to get me some kind of building cover between me and those gunmen and Grimaldi.
Well, I mean, so I imagine there would be, you know how when you come up on a building, there's usually some sort of like brushes or shrubbery or something of that nature. So you could probably have some sort of cover, maybe like a +1 or 2, but you're not going to get much more in that way. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
obviously,
that's
there's
what
people going to be screaming and running about chaotically right now in a
Right.
dead panic. Did Roger arrange the shrubberies? I'm not.
Dang it, I was going to do that.
Stormbender said that in stream chat, and I feel like I should know this reference, but it's not coming to mind. And
Yeah.
only because he said Roger do I
It's
think he said.
Roger
Go
the
ahead.
Shrubber.
I don't get it. I must be missing something. But we're already like an hour in. We haven't shot anybody, so I don't want to get too far distracted here.
All right. So,
What kind of zoning does this place have?
Oh
Is
my
this
fucking god!
residential?
It's
Is this
commercial.
retail?
It's commercial, and you could
It's
get your
commercial zoning.
yeah, and you could bring your Sims
Oh.
down here too if you want.
Oh,
So what I'm saying is those aren't gunmen. They're just violating the zoning law then, right? I mean, we could just bring this up to the next city board council meeting.
I mean, you've got 5,000 Libra in your pocket, so if you want to, you know, you could definitely do some shit like that. Thurgor, I need some actions, my friend.
I know. I'm trying to move Grimaldi the hell out of here. So, at first, what I want to do is simply grab Grimaldi
Uh-huh.
and take him, I'm just going to say east, okay?
Which
Like-
way are you representing east?
Right?
I wrote a compass.
Oh, I didn't see that over there. Okay.
I don't know if there's a thing on there or not, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, east would be
Wait a-
away from the gunman, directly away.
Yep. So what I'm going to do
I wrote a
is I'm
compass.
going to try to make it to this pit group thing over here or whatever that is.
That would be a corner booth seating area.
Yep. Yep.
Or maybe it'd be one of those more artistic Let's put a bunch of plants right here in the corner so it doesn't look like a corner.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12 gets me to like right in the dead center of it, which gives us a little extra movement still.
Are you counting? You
Um,
counted the.
These squares.
Yeah, if you look really closely, you might be able to see that there's actually squares inside those squares. I'm not going to get too particular. If you're moving from here to here, okay, here's an option. If you hold down tab and then just scroll, or not scroll, but move your mouse, you can get a measurement.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys can see what I see. I don't know if it works like that or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go with one. It's like right now I've got 9.9 inches. Don't read into that, please. But we can argue that 1 inch on that scale is 1 meter, I suppose. Does anybody want to object that? Because I don't know if that's accurate or not. It's not accurate because 3 meters would be 9 feet.
Honestly, as long as we all agree what the scale is, it doesn't really matter what the scale is, just as long as we all agree to it.
Yeah, I can live with that. So 1 inch is 1 meter, and whatever you feel is I'm sorry, 1 inch, 1 meter, and with 3 minor actions, you can move 18 meters. So if you're wanting
What
to
is that?
move Grimaldi, I will want a grapple check, which will count as one of your 3 actions.
Can somebody tell me what that number says on that ruler?
30.9.
30.9.
39?
30.9.
Oh, well, that's stupid.
Yeah, I realize
Yes,
this may not be the most accurate map system,
Um,
but let's go with that for some sort of justified or scalable, whatever. Tangible. No, still not right, but you get the idea.
Yeah. What the heck? This thing's putting lines everywhere.
So 18
crap.
from here, from this spot,
Yeah.
is going to put you there. Like,
Yeah.
so you could, in theory, make your grapple roll, assuming it's
Yep.
successful, drag his ass over there. That's your second
Yep.
movement. And then I'll give you the freebie of diving and maybe even flipping that table. That's like right there. I'll give you that freebie just for the superhero moment. Well, no, because you wouldn't flip that table. Because in real life, you wouldn't just stop there, wait 2 seconds, and then try
Right.
again. That's where. So this is where you would be. Is right in here.
Okay. All right. So let's try that roll.
2d6, 8+ with. I'll allow Dex only because you're not necessarily manhandling him.
Right.
There you
Boom.
go. Yeah. So you got
That's a 12.
I don't know why you got a. Oh, because I
Or no,
I know we got a bunch of
that's a-
dice there.
That's just an 11. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why my dice are stacking up like that.
I think it's because I controlled Zed.
Oh.
Because it only took out the 2 from that roll.
Hmm.
Yeah, go ahead and move Grimaldi and yourself over to that location, and that will take us next to
Over there.
Helwig, who a moment ago was screaming guns, 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 and flipping tables as though he was a table buster boy.
Yeah, that's a real thing. Yeah, we casually say that all the time. Table buster boy.
I know. So, Helwig, what are you doing, my friend? Oh, you know what I can do. Did we lose Helwig?
I don't know. His ping's
I was
actually
on
okay
mute
right now.
for something.
There we go.
Okay. No worries.
I was on mute for something else. I was
Oh,
gonna
okay.
say first. So first off, I'm gonna look over at Milligan as he's doing this and go, "Huh, I must be taking our friend over to a shield." And then I'm gonna take an aim.
You son of a bitch! All right, go ahead. Please continue.
Damn.
All right. So then I'm
Motherfucker.
gonna take an aimed shot at attacker 3.
3 is this guy right here. Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
You've got. I'm gonna give you a 9+ instead of an 8+. Only
Okay.
because there are people wandering all over the place.
All right. So it's 2 dice to
Yep.
hit.
And you have a +1 because you're aiming.
Yes.
Whoa! That's not what I want to do. I'm sorry about that. I meant to see how fucking far it was. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
All
I
right.
did that a second ago, playing around. So I got a 5.
All right, so
unfortunately.
add your gun skill and your dex and the +1
Uh,
for aiming.
Okay, so that's a 5 + 2 for my gun skill.
Uh-huh.
So that's 7. +1 for dex is 8, and then
+1 for
aiming
aiming is 9.
is 9.
Which
Yep.
sounds like a hit. So go ahead and roll me your damage.
Okay, so that's 3 dice for damage.
Yep.
No.
I'm assuming it is. I was agreeing
Yeah,
with
it
you.
is. Yep.
Total of 9.
Total 9.
And these guys are wearing 6 armor, so that'll be 3 damage, starting
Yep.
with his endurance, taking him down to 5.
Okay.
Alright.
And otherwise, I'm going to just continue ducking behind the table that I made a shield with.
The table you made a shield with.
Yes.
Yeah,
I see what you're
take a
doing. You know that, right?
I have no
Yes.
idea what you're talking
I
about.
don't know what you're talking about. All right, attacker 5 is going to go
Yeah, so
ahead and
you could dive behind cover as a reaction, Hellwig. What that means is on your next turn to be a -1. It's a -1 per reaction you take, but you can take an infinite amount of reactions.
Interesting. All right, so he is going to move.
Tiny purple dice.
So
Well,
my
I'm using those as turn markers, so bear with me on that. So yeah, so the first thing first is attacker number 5 is going to move up, and he is not aiming, or he is firing on burst. He is shooting generally towards you guys. Let me double check my notes real quick. I wrote it in here. Where is it? Ah, yes. All right. So he has, or they have, I should say. Slug rifle 2. They're carrying SMGs. So that's gonna be a +2. He doesn't have any +1s, so it's just gonna be +2 straight up. 6 + 2 is 8, and so he fires off like a 3 or 4 round burst, and a random ass patron just drops.
To the beat.
Yeah, pretty much. Random ass patron. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on.
But it's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, I know. First thing first, we're gonna clone this one. Put it like this.
Okay, yeah, I'm
Rename
with
it.
you. All right,
Renaming
clone,
him
rename it.
as
All right, cool,
random
cool.
ass
Random
patron.
ass, yeah. Patron. All right, cool.
And then we're gonna drop him over here.
Oh
Literally.
shit, really? Oh wow.
And then I gotta rename it again because I forgot that there's 4 different little mini instances here. Random ass patron.
You're probably gonna add a number on that one unless there's only gonna be one dead patron.
Yeah, we'll jump that bridge later.
I want to see all the
Alright.
bodies.
Do you want to see them all of them drop to the floor? You want to see all the bodies?
You want to see all the
Yeah,
bodies hit the floor?
I want to see. I want
You
to see all the
bodies hit the
bodies.
floor?
Hey, I'm working on that. Be quiet.
Okay, that was attacker 5. Next up is Aiello. I don't know who's gonna control him, but it's not me.
Hellwig.
Sure. Hang on. Okay,
Do it, Hellwig.
so Aiello's going to
I should. Oh, for clarity, all 3 of these knuckleheads are carrying pistols and or armored jackets.
Okay.
If they don't have, I think I gave them pistol 0 just to give them all something with pistol. And my argument there was that at some point along the way, Blaine was like, "Hey, if nothing else, we should be carrying pistols and have some training." So in the 2 weeks, they've gotten a little bit of training time. I know that's not what the rules would allow for, to gain a skill
Right.
level 0 in only 2 weeks, but let's just roll with it.
Okay, so
Ahead,
Aiello's going to turn, take aim at attacker 5,
Okay.
and then is going to take a shot with his pistol.
Okay.
So that's a 3.
4, and then he's got 7 decks, so yeah, that's gonna be a miss.
Okay. And then he is going to. He doesn't know if they have any more explosives because the EMP threw him for a loop. But he's going to. Could I move? Hang on.
Up
Yeah.
to 12.
Yeah, he's gonna fall
Oh,
back
no.
to
Yeah, just one.
that next table, just put distance between himself
Okay,
and the rest of them.
got it. Rolling with my
Yep.
homies.
You know,
Blaine
basically
is. I'm
pops up
sorry.
over the top of it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna
Uh,
say, yeah, he like cinematically, he jumps over the top of the booth and rolls into the next one.
Yeah,
And just
he does a combat roll backwards and then manages to drop right onto his a kneeling stance.
not even that, like straight up tactical type of level of
Yeah, oh yeah, it was definitely a tactical move that he
Yeah.
pulled off.
Cat.
Yeah, something you saw on YouTube or did once at like a paintball arena.
Yeah, exactly.
exactly, yeah.
Blaine is up next. Charles, are you going to run with that one as well?
Yep, I might as well. Blaine, okay, so first up, Blaine sees the shot, sees the shenanigans, and immediately just rolls eyes so hard she almost passes out. And shouts, "When we get back, we're gonna talk about this."
I'm gonna call that a minor action. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
calling
it's
that a
fine.
minor action.
It's fine.
I
She's
just
just
feel like that fits the narrative of these three knuckleheads, you know?
right. So she's just gonna take an outright shot at attacker 5.
Okay.
Blam, blam.
Where are you? There we go.
7.
7.
Plus 1 is
Oh.
8. What's her? I think she's got
I
pistol
see
0, but
pistol 0. Yeah.
pistol 0, and then her dex is actually a plus 1 at 9.
Yep.
So that is 7, 8, 9. That will hit. Go ahead and roll
Okay.
3 dice for damage.
All right. Come on, high numbers, no whammies. Stop.
Ooh,
Yeah.
11.
nice. That is 5 damage applied. Come on, get in the.
Unfortunately, they're wearing 6 armor, so it just the vest just took it.
Yeah, the vest took a lot of it, but it is what it is.
Dude.
Copy. Control B, drop that one down. That was Blaine. All right, Wyatt, with no guns but ammo. With no guns
Money.
but with money.
Yeah,
throwing
I'm
money.
only armed with my wit and my dick, and so
I think you should lean. Just stick with the 5,000 Libra. Maybe that'll help.
I am going to run away. I'm going to actually do the complex action of sprint.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm going to do.
Do it.
So
Reposition yourself.
I get, yeah. I rolled a 5. Okay, so sprinting allows you to move 24 meters plus the effect of the dice. It's versus 8. I rolled a 5, so I only run 23 meters, which is still better than using 3 minor actions to move.
Yeah, you still managed to go further than 18 inches would take you.
Yeah.
That still sounded bad. Somehow it's
20.
still... if it was 24 minus the 3 that you missed by, it would be 21. Am I right?
Yeah, I'm like here-ish.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna argue it because like we're not playing super hard, like straight up tabletop miniature shit.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, are these benches like representative of something actually there?
No. Oh, I mean, yes. I'm sorry. Yeah, these are actual like tables and stuff, but like you can. Let's just not
like,
get.
I'll
hung up
call it
on...
like here-ish then. Like
Yeah.
here, like I'm old and whatever, so like so I still made it a good distance.
Yeah, and then like let's not get too hung up on like for instance, Milligan and the doctor are actually technically, either they stood up on this table or maybe one of them knocked it over as they're running by. Like, I'm not gonna get too hung up like you might in a miniatures type game. If that makes any sense.
Yep.
Spearman is up next. Who is controlling that individual?
I might as well.
Okay.
So Spearman's going to take an aim shot at 5.
Or 5, man.
Well,
Nobody
he's
likes
the one
5.
who just dropped a civilian, so they're all like,
well, I want to point out again that he didn't aim at the civilian. The civilian just ate a bunch of bullets.
Right. But they didn't really.
They didn't see that part. They just saw the shooter shoot and the body drop.
Yep. So I'm gonna take an aim shot. Let's just. Oh.
So what are they armed with?
You need to stop
They're
rolling.
submachine guns. I'm gonna say
Okay.
MP67s, I believe.
So what's the range? What's the range on those things?
I'm gonna go. Oh, I actually have it on the
I
thing.
have it's 80.
Yeah, it's 80. That's it.
Yeah, because I have one in the ship's locker.
Yeah, and I do have it on the notes that they're wearing. I mean, that the range is 80 damage, 3 dice with armor penetrating and auto 4.
Yep. And that they have a total of 50 shots before they have to reload.
Yep.
Okay, so I had a 4.
Oh wow, just a gnat's hair out of short range.
Yep.
And short range gives you like a +2 to hit.
+1.
Yep.
+1.
A free +1 when they're in short range, and the short range is defined as 25% of the range of the rifle.
Is it 20? I thought it was a half, but
That's a quarter.
okay.
So 4 plus the 1 for the aim is a 5. I missed.
You
So my
missed?
round, for Spearman went wide because he's according to your UWP for him or UPP for him. He's a standard across. Well, I mean, unless I use my dexterity, which is give me another +1.
Well, you
But
would use
still,
dex for firing.
Okay, so then I'm
+1.
+2. Yeah, +1 for the aim, but that's about it. So then that puts me at a 6. So that's
Yeah, I got you.
Ooh, does Spearman accidentally kill someone?
No, he
Let's be
missed.
mean about this.
That, you know what? That would be some shit though. Spearman, probably the biggest idiot of the group, especially of the two, and he's the one that dropped somebody in a single shot. But no,
Right.
unfortunately, he did not. So that will take it up
Fine.
now to attacker 2. And attacker 2 is over here. Oh, I have attacker 2. I have 2 attacker 2s. This is supposed to be attacker.
Ooh.
This is supposed to be attacker 3.
Your mom lets you have 2 attacker 2s?
Yeah.
Well, he made a trade with it with 3 attacker 1s.
I have a holographic attacker 5.
What? Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. It took a second until I figured it out. You guys are making Pokemon references. Well, not so much Pokemon, but like trading cards.
Yeah.
I have, from where this guy is, 18 is going to put him somewhere in this area. So I'm going to move him up to... God damn it. There. He's just moving straight up. He's not shooting. He's advancing tactically. And then next up we have Grimaldi, who has just been dragged. So he doesn't really have much opportunity to do anything because he's been too busy keeping up with, what's his face there, Milligan.
Yep. Can he continue to move?
No, because that would effectively that would
Okay.
be his movement. You know, you're
Right.
dragging him along, and so that's kind of his thing. What you're doing is you're limiting what he can do by dragging him with you. If that makes any sense, the way I explained it.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
All right, so
And I have a little thing to clarify. When we were talking about law level last time,
yeah,
we were talking about my Navy cutlass.
okay.
And I think you said it was okay to bring, but I want to make sure. Because I said if it was okay to bring, I was going to bring it.
I think blades tends to rate lower or less law involvement than guns. I want to say yes without looking all the things up.
Yeah.
But I would point out that in this particular society, you know, i.e. the future and on the ground, in a public setting, restaurant type thing, carrying a sword may not necessarily be the most socially acceptable sort of thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah. My social's not great anyway. So
then in that case, probably wouldn't care. Okay, next up we have the last 3 attackers moving in the order of 4, 3, and 1. 4 is going to advance up to the bar and firing at generally this area. He's gonna have, let's see, obviously it's 2d6, 8 plus, so +2 and no other benefits. I guess that's a word now. No other benefit. Yeah, bonuses and benefits came out of my mouth at the same time. So that is going to be a hit on a player character, or one of these guys. I'm just gonna put it on Spearman because they're right there. So it's gonna be, say, 3 dice. Oops. total of 8, 4 armor piercing, burst 4, or auto 4, firing on burst, which means it's going to be 4 additional damage on top of what I just rolled. So 12 total damage before armor starts getting factored. They have, I would imagine they have jackets.
Yeah, so that's a 6.
So that's going to take the 12 down to a 6, but the armor piercing is a 4, so it actually drops it to 10. Correct me
Okay.
if I'm. Somebody double check my math on that, by the way. I want to make sure I'm doing that right because it's 12. The armor takes 6 off, but the armor piercing cancels out 4 points of armor, so it takes it actually down to 10.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong somewhere, if I skipped a step, missed something, please let me know.
Nope. Because so you resolve the initial damage, but because it's an AP round, it basically would still pen 4 round. So that effect is we still suffer a 10.
Okay, so I'm right. Is what I'm getting. You came in a little broken, but your ping was bouncing a bit too. So. All right,
Yeah.
so that's on Spearman. He is going to lose 10 points total. He's going to drop his endurance to 0, and his 7 to his dex is going to go down to. Oh Jesus! In the process of talking about it, I forgot what his. It was 9.
Yeah.
So that's going to go down to a 6. And I took it from his dex. That was attacker 4. Attacker 3, also just going to blind fire as he moves up. Actually, he's just straight moving up along with attacker 2. So at this point, these two are not firing just yet. They're just moving straight up. And then lastly, attacker 1 is going to move up. Hold on. There. He is moving up and taking a shot, not aiming, just firing in the general direction of Hellwig. So that would be a 2d6 plus 2. Double checking because my short-term memory is shit. So we have 2 for armor, 2 for weapons, and nothing else.
Yeah. Because I'm not wearing my protective vest underneath it.
Yeah. So I meant his gun skill when I said armor.
Okay.
So I rolled a 9. So that's gonna hit.
What about us?
Wait. Wait.
Cover?
He can do a reaction and die for cover.
He can.
Well, I'm already behind cover.
Yeah, he's
you're already
behind cover.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not showing it.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I'm gonna say it's not showing it, but yeah, I'm like right at that table.
Yeah, I got what you're saying. Also, I missed a step there, so I'm going to retract what I just said. So I did hit. Unfortunately, what I did hit was another random ass patron.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. You can kill Hellwig. I mean, I'm okay with that. Hellwig, I'm okay with that.
I need, so if I didn't tell you, or if you haven't figured it out, I need to roll a hit of a 10 or better to actually hit a character. On an 8 or better. So basically 8, 9, I hit a patron or other random person for the first couple of rounds, and then otherwise it's a 10 plus. After I think round 4 is when you guys are like effectively free game. That makes sense the way I explained it.
Mm-hmm.
There. This one. So yeah, right in front of you, Hellwig, somebody just got blasted with 4 armor-piercing rounds with no armor to stop it, and they just drop.
Just dropped, yep.
And that is it for the first round. So third war, we are back up to you, my friend.
All right. So, oops, hang on. I'm going to see how far we got to go there. That says what, 15 or so? 16? Is that what that says?
I alt-tabbed real quick, so I totally I missed it. So somebody else is going to have to read it.
Can somebody tell me what that number is on that 16?
What?
On that ruler right there.
Oh,
13.
it's
14.
14.
14. Okay, good.
Are you not seeing it because of the color versus the background of the floor plan? Is that what it is?
That's part of it. The other part is that I have this on a TV.
Okay, gotcha.
At a pretty high resolution, and all the characters are teeny tiny. All the letters and numbers and stuff.
Yeah. And you probably but you should be able to zoom in a little bit, yeah?
Yeah, but I've forgotten how to move the thing from side to side.
Oh,
the table.
Gotcha. Yeah.
How do you move the table from side to side?
If you're just panning left and right, it's like A and D on the keyboard.
Yeah, it's
Oh, okay.
WASD. So A and D
Yeah.
moves you left
Okay.
and right. W and
I was
S moves you up and
yeah.
back.
And then
I was
with
trying to do
you
it with the
right click,
mouse,
you
and that
can
wouldn't happen.
well, you can right click and turn. I don't know if pan is the right word. Maybe it is. Maybe the other word was track or something like that. But anyway, right click and drag with the mouse to change the angle you're looking at, and then WASD to move the camera physically.
Okay. Do I have to reassert my control over Grimaldi, or are we good to
No,
keep
I'll
moving?
allow. Yeah, you if you want to
Okay.
keep pushing him off back this way,
All right.
go for it. I think at this point I can say
Okay.
that as the
Forward.
GM, Grimaldi's like, nope, I got you. Please take me away from the nasty gunman.
All right. So 18 will get us. Let me get my freaking grabber back. 18 means I can put him
Did someone
here.
I'm sorry. Let me pay attention because I just noticed somebody colored the patrons.
So I'm going to put Grimaldi behind this booth
Okay.
and tell him to get down.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to
And
take up a
Boogie.
position behind this planter so that I have some cover.
Uh-huh.
But I think that takes too many minor actions for me to do anything else.
I'll tell you
So
this much. Do you have like tactics, leadership, something of that sort, some sort of skill that you could
I-
roll to be like, I'm in charge, do what I say?
no.
Okay.
As part of his backstory, he left the space
That's right. He was in the
Navy.
Navy for a little while, but
Right.
never picked
When
up
they
any of that
started
stuff.
trying to, well, they started trying, the next rank would have given him leadership skill, which would have put him in charge of a bunch of people, and he noped out of that. So
He noped out of that. I like how you said that. All right, I'm gonna roll a 2d6 for the doctor, kind of like basically on 8+. Never mind, it's not important. He's listening.
yeah.
He's not.
All right.
He is following along exactly with you trying to preserve his livelihood.
Yep. How do you squat him?
Oh, you can't with that particular figure, so we
Okay.
have to assume
All right.
or remember what he's doing.
Yep. So
Are
he's
you doing anything
squatted.
else, or is that all 3 minor
I-
actions?
That took all 3 minor actions.
Okay.
So
right.
I'm done. Other than taking cover behind that.
Yep, that
And
takes us.
right now I'm talking about full cover. I'm talking about laying down behind that planter until it's my turn to go again.
Please shoot at me. I believe full cover would give you like a +4 DM. Hellwig. Somebody
Yo,
tried shooting at you, and a
yes.
random civilian basically splatted right in front of you.
So that was attacker 3, right?
It was attacker 1 over here.
Oh, attacker 1.
Yep. Because basically, yeah, long story short, he's trying to do like cover fire sort of, while these two bound up.
Okay. So give me a second. I think I'm gonna stay in my spot. I'm gonna take another aim shot at. You know what? Let me see what. Ooh. I
Yeah.
want to take another. I'm gonna take an aim shot at attacker 3 again
Okay.
because he's closer now. He's at 23 inches. So
Which I believe is not quite short range. What was
it's
the range on your
just.
pistol again?
My range is 40.
So you got to get it.
Yeah,
To
so it'd
under,
have to be
you got to
within
get him under 10.
10.
Okay.
Under
Yeah.
10. Okay. All right. Yeah, since he's the closer guy, so I'm gonna take a shot at him. Aim shot. Big money. Stop. Oh,
It stopped all right. Went right off the
it's
edge.
an 8.
But you got an 8, so
Hey.
Yeah.
All right.
so you've got at least one gun skill and the one aim. That's going to be a hit,
So
regardless.
that's a 10. The dexterity makes it 11. Aim shot makes it a 12. So
Wait, say that
Plus
one
4
more. You got
So I
+4
have a-
total?
I have a +2 for guns.
Uh-huh.
I have a
+1
+1 for
Yeah, okay.
for
I got
dexterity, and then a +1 for aiming.
you. Got it. Okay. And then the effect, you're
Is a
Hold on.
3D.
Yeah, and then you also roll your effect on top of the dice. So you roll the 4 versus 8. You roll 12 versus 8, so you +4
Yeah,
damage.
so +4 to the +4 to the 3D. Okay, I got you. I
Yep.
blanked on that one. My bad.
Yep.
Again, different game systems overlapping.
No, that's okay.
9
So that's a 9,
+4 is 13.
13.
-6 for their armor is actually going to be a 7 of damage applied. So that's going to take him out of. Gonna take him down to 0 there, and oops, and down to down to 5. So attacker 3 is getting plugged up, but he's still fighting because he's got that wonderful armor on. And that will be it for your turn. Unless you're moving. Well, you took an aim shot and you fired, so.
Yep, that's about all I can do.
Well, hold on. Double check them. You've got 3 minor actions per turn.
Yeah,
No, you
so, I
have
mean,
one complex and one minor, or 3 3 minors.
Right. Aiming,
It's a minor action.
shooting is a minor action.
No, shooting
No.
is a complex action.
Okay, no, okay. I
Yep.
see where I'm getting confused. All right, no worries. We're good. We're good.
okay, so then that's it for that one.
Yep.
And then I'm going to roll into Aiello because I'm controlling that one.
Well, attacker 5 is first.
Attacker 5 is first. Okay.
So he is going to advance some more. And he's basically going to barrel his way through the kitchen. Let me double check that movement there. So he's just going to move up to there. Oh, god damn it. Let me back him up. And now he is, again, not aiming, just shooting in the general direction of
Right.
the 3 troopers. So it's going to be 2d plus 2. 9 plus 2 is 11. And since Spearman is right in front, it's going to be 3 dice. My total was 11. So it's just going to be plus 1 damage because I needed a 10 to actually hit a character. Ooh, that's 6 damage. Oh, shit, burst fire. So that's actually 10 damage. Apologies. They're firing on burst. I said that a couple of times, I think. So that's 10 damage, but he's got armor. But there's armor piercing of 4, so effectively 10 now becomes 8 damage. I think Spearman is unconscious.
Spearman's unconscious. Fuck you. Holy shit, that's our guy.
Yeah.
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 Because that's going to take his dex down to 0 and his strength down to 3, if my math is holding.
Right. Yeah. So he's down and out of the fight because he has 2 stats to 0. He's down and out of the fight.
Yep.
If he loses anything more, he's dead.
Yeah, and he's not in good shape right now, medically speaking.
Right.
So I'm going to go ahead, lay him down.
The rest.
I gotta update this new format here.
We only had somebody with medical skills.
There was one at one time.
Right.
I've got a 0, I think.
I have.
Yep.
I have a 2, but I don't have my med kit with me, which
Yeah, I
would
know,
give
me
me a 3. Because
Fucking
who
Wiggles.
would have expected somebody shooting at us?
Right.
I'm sorry, guys. Wiggles just wrote in stream chat, established lore. Getting shot is not good for you, medically speaking.
It's that lead poisoning, man.
Yeah, exactly. All right, now, Charles, you can have Aiello exact all sorts of revenge on attacker number 5.
Okay.
Or whoever you want, whatever you want to do.
Well, after he sees his brother in arm get dropped.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, he's still just over. Yeah. So he's gonna take an aim shot at 5 with a pistol.
Right, and at short range, you get a +1 from that, so that's +2 for the aim for the short range.
So it's a 10 because he just rolled an 8.
And
Okay.
what's a skill and stat?
Pistol is 0. Dex
0.
is... also 0 for Dex.
Yep.
All right, so that's a 10.
Yep. So that's 2 on top of the damage that you're about to roll.
All right. Big money.
12, so
That's
14. That's 8 points of damage to Mr. Attacker number 5. That is going to take his endurance down to 0. Oops. And then take his dex down to 2. And now we have... Oops. And now is Blaine, who is probably also, I'm guessing...
Oh yeah, because she's pissed off that
nobody gets to kill my fucking retard.
Yeah, I'm only one allowed to, and she's just screaming, "You don't get a chance to die! God damn it! I'm going to tell you to die."
Yeah, exactly.
So it's 13 See what she does. Oh no,
Ooh.
that's a 2. Snake eyes.
Yeah, that's a no whammy. That,
Yeah.
literally, it did not wham into him. That
Yeah.
was really bad. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. But oh shoot, she's gonna grab Spearman, and they're both gonna go back that way.
Yeah, you definitely are not gonna need to do a grapple type thing. On
Yep.
an unconscious person, you can easily just grab
Yep.
them by their collar and be like, "Nope, you're coming with."
Yep.
Wiggle
Yep.
says, "Marine, did you fill out the proper paperwork to die with your field commander?" Love it. I fucking love it. Okay, that is it for those two for now. Of course, Spearman is. I'm gonna change the color of his die to blood red.
Sexy.
To indicate, actually, I don't like that particular shade of red, so I'm gonna change it a little bit. Bring it a little deeper. I guess it didn't really read well on the screen, but whatever. Okay, Wyatt.
Wyatt!
George Wyatt. Your turn, my friend. What are you doing?
Running
Running in fear with a total of a 6.
for 23 meters.
Yep.
Ah!
This place doesn't allow vehicles in it, but are there any other public transportation outlets close?
Yeah,
what are you
there's
looking
the
for?
next-
What are you
The
looking
city
for?
bus.
Well, I don't.
We
I
need-
mean, at this point, I'd settle for an electric bicycle.
You're trying to get away, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right. So we get on a city bus, and then the city bus has a bomb on it, and we can't drop below a certain speed.
That's fine. That'll get us away from him faster.
Pop quiz,
He's
kids.
like, can't make me slow down? That sounds like a double win to me. There would be public transport, or excuse me, public transit, but again, this particular area that you're in only really has like service vehicles, delivery vehicles, not so much public conveyance.
right.
It's certainly not a
This
bus.
place, this place is not for poor people, so that's why there's no public transit near it.
I mean, we do, like I said, we do have a parking area out here, but it's not necessarily a very large one either, and you're not gonna make a speedy getaway. Imagine like when you're at a public, like a county or state fair, right? And there's plenty of parking all over the place, but getting to your car takes a moment because you gotta literally walk across several different fields. And then when you do get to your car, you still takes 20 minutes to get out of the parking area because there's so many other cars and foot traffic. Does that make so? That's like that. You're not in that sort of situation, but like that's what you're looking at in order to get into your vehicle and get away. There is, you're kind of towards the edge of the atria, so maybe like 10 minutes walking, getting in the vehicle, getting it started up, moving it, and then eventually you're out to where you can get to regular public roads, regular traffic. But you're not. I mean, like I said, it's 10 minutes. That's forever in combat time.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Who are we at here? So that was Wyatt. Spearman is out. Attacker 2 is now going to advance there and take a shot at Helwig because he watched Helwig just put a round into his buddy. So that's going to be 2 dice. What are we looking at here?
How dare you retaliate fire on this offensive?
Range of 80. I am in short range of you, my friend. 17.9.
Sexy.
So
you can die for cover.
Yes,
Oh, I'm already behind cover.
Oh, you are?
Okay.
Yeah, with the table, so.
Okay, so I rolled a total of 12. Yeah, total of 12, which will hit
my
the
for
character.
cover is 10.
So that's still a character hit. So
Yep. Okay. So anyway, so what's your next character?
all right.
Oh.
Let's see. Ooh. That's 7.
Okay, I have a
no
6
effect.
for armor jacket.
Yep, no effect because it got bled out with the cover that you got. Effectively, I rolled the number I needed. Total of 7, so you're going to take 1 point of damage, my friend, to your endurance.
Oh, joy. So it's down to a 6.
Yep, it's a flesh wound at this point.
Yep.
That is attacker 2. Next up, we have Grimaldi, who... What am I doing? Grimaldi, you told Grimaldi to just basically duck back there, right, Thurgor?
Yep. And stay put. Yep.
Yep. So that's exactly what he's going to do. He is on his phone, or his
Good.
link, calling for somebody to do something. And then we have
American food. What do you want from McDonald's?
Yeah, right. Tacos. I hear tacos.
I hate to be the devil's advocate here,
Uh-huh.
but would his link phone be working?
Ooh, that's a good point. Yeah, I think he's having technical difficulties trying to catch that signal right now. But he's definitely trying. He's definitely trying. He's just not succeeding. Yep. I forgot about
why won't it turn on?
Yeah, he's just like mashing the buttons like, no, why is this not working? You actually hear him.
Never happened to me before.
You hear him saying that in the background. All right. Attacker 4, moving up and taking a shot in the general direction of Aelo. 2d6 plus 2. Oops. 6. We see 4 bullets burst out of the MP67, and it actually ends up missing you guys. So he's aiming basically here. The bullets end up kind of doing one of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And takes out one of the Segway robots. And it just goes kabloom in a shower of sparks. So those were wasted rounds for him. Then we have attacker 3. He is going to also move up with his buddy. Actually, no, he's not. He was back there-ish. He's going to advance there. He's rushing you.
Hey, you get a +1.
Yep. He used all his options to move, so he doesn't get attack. And then attacker 1, also advancing to about, about there with some trigonometry added to. Also not shooting. Helig, you are in what we would like to call harm's way, just so you know.
Ooh.
Yeah, that sounds sexy until it's actually being directed towards you.
Yep.
Hellwig's player status complicated.
Right? Okay, that takes us back to the top of the order, starting with Thurgor. And I need a quick moment to review my notes just to make sure.
Okay, Thurgor, you are let me get this straight, a player, and we are playing let's see, a game.
A game. Okay, I'm good. Thurgor, what are you doing, my friend? You have managed to get the doctor more or less out of harm's way, it appears. I'm not sure if you would be completely aware that one of your gun battle buddies, one of your Marines, has just collapsed in a hail of bullets. Mm-hmm. You are aware, of course, that the Segway bot went kaboom with a shower of sparks. But anything, I mean, obviously you could probably take a quick look around and see what's going on and have a general idea, but
so when I pop my head up,
go ahead.
Yeah, I bet. When I pop my head up, I see Hellwig getting pressed. But I see these 2 advancing on these 2, and they're trying to get poor Spearman out of the way. So one of these, what was it, 3?
Yeah, one of them's five has taken a couple shots already.
Yeah, okay. His endurance already gone, but he still has some space on his dex and strength next.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna absorb some love.
Yeah. If we're gonna get,
he can absorb some kinetic love.
I'm gonna use a free action. I'm gonna use a free action and yell to Fritz to get the heck out of there.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna shoot at 5, which that's normal range. I've already measured it out.
Sexy.
It's not short range, just normal. And hopefully we need to drop somebody, dang. That ain't gonna freaking do it.
No, so you're looking at maybe about a 6, I think, total.
At best, yeah, that's not going to cut it.
Yeah, that's gonna be a miss, my friend.
That's a bad miss.
Yeah, it is. Hellwig, you're up.
Okay. Although I love the fact that someone wants to be up close and personal to me, it's my bubble, and I'm uncomfortable with my bubble being penetrated.
No. Hellwig's from Florida, and that's a standing ground state.
Right.
Hellwig is not
I'm gonna-
from Florida. He's from space
I'm gonna
Germany.
go back. I'm gonna go back. Yeah, 2 steps, and then I can't take an aim shot, but I'm just gonna take a shot at 3.
Okay.
Just because again he entered my bubble of happiness and
Now it's a bubble
This
of
does not
despair.
spark joy.
6.
6.
Well, you can
So,
shoot him. You can
2
shoot
is
him
an
before you
8
move,
from-
right?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. No, because if I took an aim shot, that would have taken my move away.
Oh, yeah,
Either
that's right.
way,
Okay.
so it's a 2 for my weapon. That puts me in an 8.
Yeah.
And then
And a
my
+1
dex,
for short range.
yeah, +1 for short range
That's 9.
is a 9, and then a dex makes it 10 because it's a
That's
+1.
4 on top of your damage.
All right,
Back to 4
here we
is what I'm
go.
hearing.
Yes.
Roll that 8.
Go.
Roll that
go.
18.
Go,
An
Ninja.
11.
15.
That's a 15.
-6 is 9.
Oh yeah. That takes his strength to 0 and his endurance to 6.
I threw an extra digit in here. Okay. Strength to 0.
If I'm reading his UPP
No,
right.
you were. I had a 0 where, or I had a
PP.
5 where the 0 was supposed to be. So that goes to 6. And because you said strength, I'll go ahead and drop his strength. I've been just kind of defaulting to right to left.
Oh, okay.
But no worries. I mean, immaterial.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it is material because I took Dex because that gives them their. Oh, they don't have any.
Right.
They don't have any modifiers anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is Hellwig's
So
turn.
wait,
But
with 2 of his stats down, he should be incapacitated now.
hold on, nope, you're right. My bad. I apologize. He is definitely unconscious.
Yep.
Shoot him again. No.
Right? Why are we letting him live? The fucker shot at me.
I want big.
Yeah, and he pretty much falls over, like, unconsciously onto the table here. And that takes us next to attacker 5. What is going on in there?
Wyatt forgets he has, forgets he has a
So those are normal chipmunk size. Instead of what are fucking abomination they are the enemy.
Hey, Wiggles, you're live micing, bro. I don't know if you heard me or not. I don't know.
No. My brother's watching this terrible Alan the Chipmunks game, and for some reason they decided to make the chipmunks as big as a person or bigger. And it's just it's unsettling. Yeah, no, it's unsettling.
That's creepy.
It's a moving tight with the live action game, and in the movie they're chipmunk size, but in the game they're people size.
Oh God, no.
Anyhow,
all right, somebody check me on this. I have a +2 for skill. This is going to be a +3 total because I have no dex or anything like that to add, but I am in short range, not aiming. But I am shooting generally in Aiello's direction. So that's going to be 2d6 +3.
that'd be correct.
Oof. That's 14.
Oof.
Ooh.
That's a hit.
Yep. So it's going to be 3d +7. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Wait a minute. Sorry. Wait.
Right, so I'm sitting on a so I rolled a 14. That's +3. They have armor piercing. I'm sorry. They have +4 because of auto 4 on their guns. So that's +7. So 3d +7 is what I'm coming up with. That's not 3d. That's 8, 11 +7 is 18 damage. That is. Oh man, thank God Aiello has such high endurance. Okay, so 17 is what I'm coming, or I'm sorry, 18. Somebody check my math on that. 18, right? 11 +7. Yeah, 18.
Yeah.
He has 6 armor, so that's going to wipe out his endurance and take 2 points off of his dex to
Okay.
5. That sound right? That sounds right to
Sure.
me.
Yeah.
And Aiello just ate 4 bullets at very close range. But it is also now Aiello's turn to maybe shoot this guy dead in the fucking face.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't let me speak for you. I'm being. That's what I would be doing if I just ate 4 bullets in an armored chest.
That's
So- When
Yeah.
when the aspects that make kind of like traveler combat out of the depth barley is as you take stat point damage, that also makes a new dice modifier.
Did I forget to account for that when I rolled that? I think I did.
No idea.
2.
But anyway,
But 2 is going to be -2. Somebody check me on that.
yeah, you would still hit. You just would have been 2 less damage.
Okay, so then I need to change Aiello's UPP to reflect that. So he actually is at 7 dex. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, my
All right.
bad. No, you're absolutely right about that, and I know that's one of the things I've thought about before is how, as you keep taking damage, you adjust your modifiers for your abilities, and I sometimes forget that, and this was definitely an example where I forgot it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's part of why like combat and traveler is so deadly because
Yeah, it quickly compounds.
yeah.
Okay,
All right.
Aiello.
So Io is definitely hurting after being shot
Yeah,
and is pissed off at the world, and let alone his, like I said, his brother's down.
yeah.
So he's
So
gonna
does
take an.
yeah. So do those rifles have any bursts? Do they have an auto score?
Yeah, auto 4.
So okay. So they have auto score. So do you just want to go full auto on the guy? That basically just means you get to roll 4 times.
Are you asking me what my NPCs are doing to you guys?
No, Aleo.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah, no, Aiello, they just have pistols.
Yeah,
They just have pistols, no auto score.
Yeah,
yeah.
correct.
We don't have any auto rifles or nothing like that.
Boo.
No
All right.
submachine guns. Because
All
we
right.
weren't expecting problems.
You weren't expecting a straight up tactical assault, is what the problem
Yes.
is.
Somebody was.
Yeah, well, somebody planned this move. That's all I can say right now as the GM. And
Was it
wasn't-
the GM that planned it?
I mean, obviously the GM planned it, but there's more going on here
Oh,
that
okay.
you, the player characters, would not necessarily know.
Yep. Okay. So at this point, yeah, I'm just gonna take an aim shot at this attacker number 5.
And that's Aiello, who's standing right next to him.
Yep.
So you get the +1 for aim, +2 for short range. So that's +3.
Damn.
And a very shitty roll. What's his dex? His dex is 7, so that's nothing. So
Yeah.
that's a 7.
All right.
Ooh, man.
Yep. That's it.
Yep.
Um.
Yeah. God damn it. I feel like there's going to be a conversation after this at some point. Not necessarily right after,
Right.
but maybe like in a couple days when everybody's patched back together and they're like, okay, we need some time on the fucking range.
Right. So now it's Blaine's turn.
Yeah.
She sees that Io took some shots, and she sees that the attacker 5 was inside her safety bubble.
Safety bubble. I'm sorry. Please continue.
So she's gonna take an aim shot.
With a +3 total. Or no, +1 for range.
Yep.
+2 for Jesus Christ. +1 for aim, +2 for short. She has a dex of 9, so that's another +1. So my math says +4 on this roll.
Yep. Come on.
7, that's 11.
Yep.
So that's +3 to the damage.
Yep. Now here comes the damage roll.
12
That's
damage.
a 9. That's a 12.
6 because of the armor.
Yep.
That is definitely going to drop this dude. That was 2, so this one goes down to 4. So he is now. Oh shoot. He is now unconscious.
I mean,
4. He is down as well. So you got 2 of the 5 attackers down.
all right.
That was Blaine. It is now Wyatt's turn.
Wyatt is gonna, I don't know, I'll assume in the third guard is gonna look for like a car of some sort.
Okay. Give me a 2D. Give me a 2D roll with any sort of recon or something. I don't know if you have recon or not.
9.
Okay. What was the modifier from?
+1 recon, +1 intelligence.
Sounds good. There is definitely a vehicle nearby. There is this look of, I don't know how best to call it. So this is an individual that is aware of what's going on, and he sees you frantically looking for some sort of getaway mechanism, right? Like he knows you're trying to get out of here, or maybe it's not so much that he recognizes that you're trying to get out of here. He's just trying to grab whoever he can because he's trying to be a good citizen and help out other random passersby. So you get the idea. This individual, he has effectively 4 open seats in his vehicle that he can take 4 people. 6 if you cram a couple in the back.
Right.
Like it's a hatchback kind of thing.
Yeah, it's probably more if we like start laying people across laps and stuff. Get comfy.
I was just gonna say that would be incredibly uncomfortable. However, when it's fucking gunmen, comfort goes right out the goddamn window. So yeah, let's say you can get 7 people. I'm not gonna let you get any more than that, but you can get 7 people in there. But he is desperate to get out of there.
Yeah. Okay. So George will squeeze Grimaldi's hand and say, "Hey, we're gonna go for that car," and
He's gonna squeeze his hand
to get his attention, right? He's gonna grab his hand.
I know. It's the image in my head.
Again, this is with what? His hand or his hand-foot thing? Because remember, Wyatt's this weird monkey thing looking.
That is an unkind way. That's a disparaging mark against people who are born spacer, and I will not have it. And you should feel bad, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not all of us could have dirt side family
man,
time and
I forgot about
yes.
I forgot about
I
the
apologize.
monkey feet. Holy shit, I forgot about the monkey feet. Every time you guys bring it up, I forget that Wyatt has monkey feet. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna say this. You have taken your turn identifying this individual and having that quick little eye-to-eye contact / pseudo conversation of, okay, I know I can go there, and then telling Grimaldi that that's what you guys are going to do on the next turn.
Fantastic. I feel good about that.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, halftime, second lead, Phil Helwig.
What did you say?
Second lead.
Fucking lead.
All right, attacker 2.
And y'all, don't forget your reactions when people shoot at you.
Yes, you can dive for cover and all that jazz. Give them -2.
Right.
All right, attacker 2 is now going to advance up. There. And taking a not aimed shot in the general direction of Helwig. So it's going to be 2d +2 for his skills. Nine, which means another dead patron.
I mean, oh.
All I'm gonna say is we definitely need to make sure that these are not our fault.
We're not shooting the same rounds. We're good, I think.
Okay.
Listen.
Oh man. Yep. Okay, that was what's his name there? That was attacker 2. Grimaldi is having his hand squeezed by Wyatt, and he's like, okay, yep, I got you. We're gonna go for that car on a count of 3, and the count of 3, of course, will be the next round. Attacker 4 just watched his buddy get dropped. The other buddy's been dropped, so I need to double check my notes here.
Do they have to make a morale roll?
Yeah. Well, no, they have a new course of action actually that I totally forgot about for the moment there. So, attacker number 4 is going to fire indiscriminately a burst. 5 + 2 is 7. That goes, and there goes the second of 4 Segway bots, just blasting into smithereens right about here as he. Wait a minute. drops back to here. Now, since he's there, doop. And same thing here. He is going to, this attacker 1 is going to fire indiscriminately. This can be another 2d6 plus 2 in the general direction of, it doesn't matter, that's a 7. So he is now going to move to about there. He already killed somebody, so his actions are pretty well set, so we're kind of stuck there. Okay. Thurgor, up to you, my friend.
Yep. All right. This dude right here that has not, is this guy? I don't know if you can see my,
Yeah.
this dude, I'm just
Attacker
going to wiggle
2.
him.
Attacker
Yep.
2.
He's still up and looked like he's involved, right?
Oh, yeah. At this point, yeah, he still looks like, oh, you guys are, oh, shit, okay. All right, I guess we're running, but he hasn't actually started running.
All right. Well, I'll take a shot at him.
From back here?
Yep.
All right, what are we looking at for modifiers on that 6? You've got +1 for aim.
Mm-hmm.
Plus what
And
for
that-
dex?
Well, see, there's nothing there. And there's like a -3 because I don't have any handgun skill.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I roll a 3.
Well, the bullet went near.
Yeah, I'm just trying to give him something to think about.
Some extra incentive to maybe unask
Exactly,
the AO.
to get the hell out. That's right.
Well, what I say when I'm playing Halo and I shoot someone right beside them, I'm shooting their ghost.
Yeah,
oh, there's
yeah.
ghost now.
Yeah. There's a spider, the barking kind.
There's a spider.
Hellwig, sounds like it's on you, my friend.
Yep.
Oh, hell,
On
there's a
me.
new shooter behind you.
All right. Okay, so I see attacker 2. Hang on. Okay, it's 17. That's just outside of the close range.
Yep.
Okay.
So plus
But
1, plus
I'm
dex,
still gonna-
plus whatever.
Yeah,
yeah,
plus
dex,
so
I
it's
should say.
I got a +4. Basically.
Walk me through that real quick. That doesn't sound. Oh, your gun skill +1.
Good. Yep.
Oh.
So
14.
that's a 10. Yeah.
It's 14, and you needed an 8, so that's actually +6 to damage.
So that's
We-
so the
So
armor's
basically,
taken care
what you
of.
just so the damage you roll is actually getting applied straight to the guy
Yeah.
because
Nice.
of the armor being canceled out there. So that's 8 points of damage. That's going to wipe out his endurance,
Nice.
which will definitely slow his ass down in the next
What
moment.
about the
Right?
What about the effect damage?
That
Oh,
was
that's it.
that was at the effect damage was canceled out by the armor.
Oh, okay.
All right, Stormbender, take care, man. Stay safe. Attacker 5 is down, so I need to change the color of this die. We're gonna change it to that color. Aiello is still breathing, so he can now do something.
All right. Aiello's just pissed off.
Yeah, I bet he
And
is.
sees attacker 5 is down. And will take a minor to walk up close and shoot.
Okay, so this is an execution moment. Okay.
So
Well,
when we talk to the cops and they start doing forensics, that shot might be hard to say was self-defense.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's going to argue. He would argue in the heat of the moment, and pointing at the 4 bullet holes in him.
Yeah. I will argue this. If you So you just took a minor action to move up to him, like right next to him, correct?
Yeah.
Let me ask this question. If you were to try to flip somebody from their chest to their back with 0 resistance, would that be safely considered a minor action as well? No, because that would allow you to shoot.
No.
But coup de grace. Is coup de grace considered a minor action? That's an argument.
There's no such thing in it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah, there isn't. There isn't. Well, actually, here's what he'll do. Actually, here's what he'll do. Just to make sure this guy doesn't get up, he'll kick the gun away. So that's his other minor action.
Okay.
And then his last minor action will be kind of to take shelter behind this table over here.
In case he gets ready to move or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, attacker 5's gun is nowhere nearby.
Okay. I'll allow that because I think in my head I was kind of picturing them like slings, or maybe the weapons were connected directly to their vest through, like a
Right.
one-point harness or some shit like that. But I'm not gonna argue it. It's fine. He's effectively disarmed. We'll call it that.
Yep. Yep. All right.
And that is Halo. So now we have Blaine.
So, Blaine's trying to decide. There is the threat from 2, but Spearman is still bleeding out.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna she's gonna pick him up, and they're gonna go
like literally like fireman carry kind of deal.
Fireman carry, yeah.
Okay.
Can I make it back there to the shielded spot?
I would say 8. I will allow if you scoop him into a fireman's carry, because you already kind of have you already have physical control of the body. It's not hard to actually hoist somebody up into a fireman's carry.
Right.
You know what? Here's what I'll do. This is what I'll do. You've got a plus. What's 10? 10 is plus 1. 10 is a 10 or plus 1. So give me a strength test versus 8.
Okay.
And if you pull this off, looks like you did.
That's a 7.
Yeah, plus 1 is 8.
8.
All right, yeah. So you can get the full 18-inch with the fireman's carry action of lifting. The action of putting them up a fireman's carry or whatever.
All right. So she basically pulls back to here with him.
And
it's still kind of face.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, and basically across her shoulders, but it's still facing the threats.
Yeah. The cool thing about a fireman's carry is you could still have your dominant hand on your firearm towards the enemy.
Yep.
So okay, I'm good with that. I'm all right with that. So that's Blaine, and now we're back to Wyatt.
So Wyatt will make it towards that car from that dude that is apparently wanting all his car covered in blood and shit. That's really cool of him.
He's got some good insurance, maybe. Listen, you had you make a roll. You made the roll. Now it's lore. All right.
Wyatt will make his way towards that car.
All right. Yeah. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna set you guys over there as representative of the fact that for the moment you seem to be out of the fight. Not out of the fight, but like out of harm's way of the fight.
Yep.
So actually, what I'll do with that is I'm gonna take Wyatt's die here, and then I'm gonna take Grimaldi's die here. Whoops. So for all intents and purposes, they are out of the combat and they are safe. That takes us to Spearman, who's out. Attacker 2 is here. He is going to here. I am going to turn him around, but he is going to take one last shot back in this general direction. So that's 2d plus 2. What do we got? 8. Would you like to wager what just happened?
Another poor innocent patron
Yep.
of this coffee shop is down.
Yeah. And we're going to put him over here. Somebody who was trying to run some random direction. Didn't make it. All right, so that was attacker 2. 4 is over here. 4 is not even going to bother shooting. He's going to go the full 18. Get enough.
These aren't very dedicated employees.
Well, they watched 2 of their people go down.
Oh, I know.
Like, they came in loaded for bear, and the bear fought back. And it's not a good feeling, you know?
I mean, really, all they're doing is spraying and praying. So
yeah. Well, I mean, initially that's what they came in for. They do have an objective, but as you could tell, it's not going in their advantage because, well, again, the bear fought back. So now he is about there, and that is it for that. Thorgor, we're back up at the top for you, my friend.
All right. When I see Wyatt and Grimaldi getting into that car, I'm not going to yell because I don't want to be overheard by these people over here. But I'm going to talk, loud enough you can hear me, and say, "Leave now. Go to the hangar. We'll meet you."
And you're saying that to Wyatt and Grimaldi and that random driver
and that dude.
Yeah. Okay.
Get to the chopper. All
right.
Get to the chopper.
And then I'm gonna fire on that guy.
Which one? 2?
This one here. Yeah, has he even been hit? I don't even know.
He has.
Yeah, he
has been.
took
His
damage because
his endurance has been hit.
because I scored some great shots with my pistol on him right before he
Okay. So
And that's
Thorgar,
decided to quit.
you could spend an entire turn using all 3 minor actions to aim if you want to.
For next round.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
It,
trying
all
to
it
give
does is
right now.
it adds a 3 to your aim.
Yeah. Right now, honestly, I'm trying to give them reason to keep running. I just don't
Okay.
want anybody turning around shooting.
He's
So I'm
trying
going
to keep
pop
their
off a
motivation
shot.
to run high.
That's right. You got it.
He's trying to gun down the other patrons that are still in the area. I get it.
I don't want the number of rounds to decrease right now, and maybe I'll get lucky. Who knows? So let's see here.
Okay. So I realize Wiggles was trying to make a joke there. Giving the patrons a chance for you guys to get some patrons as well, or something like that. I want to be clear. It sounded like, I don't remember picking it up, so I may have missed it, but it sounds like every time any of you guys have fired, it's been an aimed shot, meaning you're intentionally attempting to avoid hitting patrons. Am I correct?
Yes.
I don't think you guys have fired, I don't want to say blindly or in the general direction of, but like every time you've actively tried to hit a specific target.
Right.
Whereas my shooters have been specifically shooting generally in the direction of.
Well, that ain't going to do it.
Yeah, nope, that's especially with your -3.
Well, it's a -3. It's a +1 if I aim, so it's a 2.
Yeah, okay, fair. You rolled a 2 and missed. Anyway.
That's fine, as long as he's still heading that way.
Yeah, no, he'll definitely hear the sound. I don't even know if that sound picked up on the mic, but.
Phew.
Yep, exactly. Hellwig, you're up, my friend. You got somebody with his back to you.
Okay.
Is that dude driving away?
He is starting to drive away. He's like,
okay, good.
I mean, he's trying to get other people as well because he doesn't want to leave. Like his intent is to get as many people out as he can. But he's not going to stick around much longer.
So he's going to yell at IAO to fall back to the shield, and he's going to take an aim. Well, no, because that'd be a minor action. Yeah, he's going to take two minor actions to aim at the at attacker 2 and just stay in his position.
Okay, so he's. Oh, that's Hellwig. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so he shouted to IAO that I'm shouting to IAO. Fall back to the shielded position. We got him on the run, but there's no point in sticking around. Like it's even odds right now. So that's one minor action. So the other 2, I'm just going to take aim shots.
That's a free action, just to say something.
Oh, that's a free action?
That?
Yeah. Especially it's a simple it's a simple set of instructions.
Yeah.
Hey, go there.
Yep. So then I'm going to take it aimed, and I'm going to shoot it at attacker 2.
Okay, so it's a +4 altogether, I think was your last set of modifiers?
Yep, +4.
That's a 10.
6, 10.
2+, so it'll be -4 total on this roll. So 3 damage.
Okay.
That will go to his dex and bring his dex down to 4.
Okay.
4 is 3, 4, 5 is -1. 6, 7, 8 is 0.
Yeah.
Yes. 6, 7, 8, 0. Sorry. 6, 7, 8, 0. 5, 4, 3 is -1.
And then 2 is -2. Okay.
Yeah.
Just one of these days I'm gonna have the numbers memorized as well as I do for like D&D and shit. Although D&D changed once or twice. Anyway, I'm off topic here. All right, so that was Hellwig. He hit. And now attacker 5 is dead. Aiello's turn.
So Aiello is just gonna since he took hits, he's just gonna move the full 18. So he's just gonna run back this way and then take cover.
Tactical relocation.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, and then Blaine.
And then Blaine, while still carrying Spearman, knows that she really is out of range.
40.
That's yeah.
That's it's when you go over that you start taking negatives for hits. So
long range.
So she'll take one aim shot. She'll take one aim shot at attacker 2 just to see what happens.
Yeah. and then extreme range is double -1.
8.
Well, that's a
so
hit right off
with
the bat. I think that's
nice.
a total of 9 is 6, 7, 8. So it's gonna be +1. So it's gonna be a total of a 9. So +1
Yep.
to the damage, or -5 to your roll there.
Okay.
With your 3D.
All right. And here we go. Oh, up
damage.
to 11.
6 damage is applied.
Yep.
So that's going to drop him on the spot as well. So that'll take him down to 0 dex and 6 strength. And he is now unconscious as well.
Nice.
4. There you go. All right. Let's see. Change that to a 5. And attacker 2 is now colored black. And now attacker 4 and attacker 1. Let's see. Attacker 4. I must, unless you guys want to argue, and I don't mean that negatively. I'm going to assume that once they make it to the outer edge of the freaking table
Map.
yeah,
Yeah.
like 1 is arguably still in combat range, but only barely. This guy is off the map. I will accept your statements to the pro or con of that.
No, I fully suspect that they, with 1, 2, 3
There's
of
3
their
down,
people
yeah.
down, yeah, that they're making a tactical retreat.
Oh yeah, they're not even tactical anymore. They're running.
Yeah. Right.
Like, and we'll talk more about what exactly that is. So that will round. I think that actually basically ends the fight. So now we have so now we move into the, what do they call that? The forensic phase.
Yeah.
We've got 2 busted up Segway bots. We've got 1, 2, like 3 or 4 dead ass patrons. 3 unconscious attackers. We've got the unarmed crew member and Grimaldi exfilling. We've got 1 unconscious NPC and 1 heavily wounded NPC. Am I missing anything there from a tactical wrap up?
No, not really.
I think one of y'all.
So-
Hellwig took a shot, but he's probably just more bruised and pissed off than anything else. I think it was Hellwig.
No, I lost a point of endurance. So if I spend time in the med bay for the next day, I think it's the next day.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll get me back to current status. I had to look at the rules again.
Yeah. Spearman, on the other hand, is going to be out for a few weeks, I think.
Yeah. He's
So if they have damage to all 3 characteristics, they need surgery before they even start recovering.
Yeah. The floor is yours, gentlemen, as to what you would like to do at this point. It is currently 9:30 my time, so we have about 15 minutes before we need to move into wrap-up phase, or we could just wrap up from here and resume from here next week. I leave it to you.
Yeah. So I think my argument would be, we would be. I have a medic too, and I'd be going over and trying to treat Spearman right now. But we also have we also have dead patrons, and I'm sure the cops are coming.
Yeah, but you don't have a med kit, so it's like, what are you doing first aid with?
There may be one here. We just need to find an employee.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, so per the rules, right? All I could be doing is basic triaging, right? Stopping the bleeding, putting tourniquets on, things like that. Like, all the med kit does is improves my ability to stop damage.
Am I getting other game systems involved where I think with the first aid kit it actually gives you a modifier to the roll, but otherwise, or is it just like you can't actually do it without the kit?
No, so per the rules, right? It like it gives me a modifier, so it would basically give me a +3 to medical, right? Or if I had a full auto like that, it gives me another plus. I think it's a +2 modifier.
Well,
so
here's what I can do. if you want to do some sort of medical treatment to Spearman, it'll be a regular 2D roll plus your skill. But what the
Okay.
most you could do is, I'm gonna use the word stabilize. I know medically speaking that is not the word. What you are effectively doing is plugging holes and
Yeah.
giving him a fighting
I'm
chance with the surgeon.
Yeah, like I'm grabbing napkins and tablecloths
Yeah.
and wrapping that all across his, as I'm sure there's sirens of ambulances come rolling up. So that's all I'm really doing. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do to him. And then I'm gonna do an education, which gives me another +1.
Okay, so that's a plus.
So
What are you looking at? +3 total.
+3.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wiggles, I think you were trying to say something as well. Ooh.
that's
Well,
a 6.
good thing you didn't roll snake
That's a
eyes.
six. Yeah. Technically, you may have injured him more. It depends how cool you want to be.
I'm gonna use my traditional house rule of, yeah, no, you didn't really like you. Okay, so my house rule that I've been kind of going with, if you haven't noticed, effectively, boxcars is definitely a success. Snake eyes is definitely a fail. Not necessarily critical.
Right.
With medical type stuff, if you had rolled snake eyes, you would have applied damage. If you had rolled boxcars, I might have allowed. In this particular case, with this system, I might have allowed like 1 or 2 points of recovery.
Right.
Thereby making his recovery time a little bit shorter. I think what we actually see happening with a 6, with the result of 6, I should say, is you're trying to put these napkins and whatever rags and pieces of people's shirts and whatever you can get your hands on, you're trying to plug these holes up. The best you can accomplish is you're just soaking napkins and they're dissolving in the blood. Not necessarily into his bloodstream, but you know how to. You get that shitty wet
it's just
paper
turning
towel.
into pulp.
Yeah, exactly. You're making a good show of, I'm trying to help, but you're not actually accomplishing shit.
It's the adrenaline rush.
Yeah, exactly. It's the shock of the moment. It's, I got to do something. This is better than nothing. Even though it really isn't better than nothing. It's just as bad as nothing.
And like rules as written, healing works based upon measure of effect.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this would have technically actually damaged him, correct?
Yeah. Healing's unkind in Traveler.
Yeah, I think we can. I don't think anybody's going to argue if I give you a little bit of extra wiggle room. No pun intended, Wiggles, on that one. I really didn't mean it. I meant wiggle room, and then I'm like, shit, his name is Wiggles. God damn it.
Well, I mean, I hate to say this, I've been rolling, like, for my character himself, I've been rolling hot for all the shooting, so I was like, I'm on a streak, so let me at least try it.
You forgot the number 1 rule, as presented by by the great documentarian Kenneth Loggins. I think I got his name right. Kenny Loggins or whatever. You got to know when to hold them, and you got to know when to fold them.
Yes.
What else? What else are we doing? Anything else we want to get into?
Did I find an employee or a med kit?
Were you actively searching for one?
Yeah. I was going to go over.
Give me a 2d6, 2d6 recon soch, and 6. So what's your recon?
Yeah. I think it's +1. Hang on.
That sounds about right without looking at your sheet myself.
And what's your social?
1.
And what's your social?
0.
Okay, so 7. I think what you end up running into is either you can't make eye contact or the actual active communication with anybody that works here, or when you do, you can get some sort of basic response, but everybody's clearly shook at this moment. Like, it's way too soon to have a reasonable conversation with anybody.
I'm not asking for. I just point. I'm just screaming.
It's like,
med
where's your first aid kit? And they're just looking at you like,
right.
and they put both arms up pointing, and it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, you're not.
What do you think of Fiona cake?
And I tell the rest of them what I sent Wiggles, where Wiggles is and everything.
Yeah,
I said I sent them to the hangar. We need to get out of here as soon as we can. I don't know if this is over or not. I don't know what they were after. If it was me, if it was the professor, if it was just a random shooting, who the heck knows?
I'm not asking. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Please continue, please.
No, that was it.
Okay. Somebody give me a ballpark idea of how long it's been since the shooting stopped at this moment. I'm thinking roughly 2 to 3 minutes, maybe 5.
No, it's now 50 years later. We're on Earth. We've all meet up at a bar.
Nice try, Wiggles.
I'm gonna say it's about 15 minutes from the time the EMP went off to the bad guys retreating.
The combat itself was less than a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was only like
It-
5 rounds. So,
Right.
so
Okay.
yeah. So I'm gonna throw this out there for the group. Would it be safe to say that we're somewhere between 3 and 5 minutes since the shooting has ended at this point
Yes.
right
Sure.
now? Okay. In that case,
Won't let me do my epilogue. Sure.
these 3 individuals explode.
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
Sorry.
there's no I'll say legible for lack of a better word, but there's no legible remains.
Even the one that wasn't dead.
All 3 of them,
That's messed up.
they explode.
Man, that's some freaky stuff that they put inside of them.
Yeah. Well, what about this guy over here?
No, all 3.
I mean,
the 3
yeah.
the 3
Oh, that's a
shooters that were
civilian right there. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Remember, they killed 3 patrons.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and
these
they're
might have
also
been-
gonna explode.
No, my
'cause
math says hold on. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. They killed 4 random ass people, along with blowing up 2 Segway bots. Not to mention the EMP that fucked with all sorts of electronics anywhere within, I don't know, maybe 10 or 20 meters of this entire establishment.
All right.
And all the patrons also exploded because it wasn't a terrorist thing. It was just really bad food.
So, do we stay or do we leave?
I don't know what you want to do.
I don't want to talk.
Oh,
I don't want to
look at
talk
that.
about.
Oh, look at that.
I don't particularly.
Oh, look
I
at
don't
that. The
particularly
cops
want
are
to be
here.
here. What?
Yeah. You've got sirens
we
all
stay.
around you coming up all of the different. So I'm gonna think like there's at least 1 or 2 service entrance ways into this particular part of the atria. Similar to what we had discussed before, where you got the one parking lot area off here and then one off here. And there's like 2 or 3 cop cars, there's 2 ambulances, there's a big fire engine for some reason coming by. You know, whatever the 2300 equivalents of these guys are, of course.
right.
And that is where we're going to leave it.
A space fire engine.
Yes, a space fire engine. But that's where we're going to end it right there, with the authorities and EMS and all that showing up. After the 3
right.
after the 3 quasi not really dead, but now they're dead, shooters exploded.
Not me did it.
Are you sure it was
Oh,
not me?
man.
Maybe it was, I don't know.
Man.
It's a family circus reference. Alright. Let's get some feedback going here. Let's start with Wiggle, since you're at the top of my little list there.
Combat deadly.
It is. And I had to throw in a couple extra parameters to keep from killing you guys. To make sure I didn't kill you guys. Let me say that.
Yeah, no, and look, we almost lost our entire squad of Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a case in point,
Combat.
no, it absolutely is deadly. I will not argue that. We have 4 dead civilians, 2 blown up Segway bots. Your 2 Marines, one is dying. We'll just say dying. The other one is hurting severely. And even Helwig took a shot, and that was after my. And I'm saying this more for the viewer's case. That was after my additional parameters being thrown in there to try not to kill my party outright.
Right.
Yeah, no, Wiggles, you're absolutely right. Dead combat is absolutely deadly. We had that one firefight, and I even hesitate to call it that, way back in episode like 6 or 7, when you guys took on the one space
The
station.
robot.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even that combat wasn't going to be terribly deadly because none of them could do more than like 2 damage, and you guys were coming in effectively in armored vac suits, so it shouldn't have hurt you guys. But even that could have gotten scary if things just rolled correctly, or not. I guess incorrectly. Wiggles, I cut you off and kind of exposited there a little bit. Please, what else you got for us, my friend?
The ambiance of the Dragon Tooth Inn is terrible.
Do not recommend.
Was it the gunfire or was it the screams that set you off?
Like it was really loud and noisy. There's a lot of people running around. It was really difficult to hold a conversation. It was really difficult to get any kind of service to my table. It just felt like all the service spots were really running down. They were really in disrepair.
They definitely need some servicing, huh?
I mean, we didn't even get our food.
I know, right? God, what the hell kind of? Yeah, no, definitely yelping this place very low. Wiggles, you got anything else before I move on?
No, I'm all right.
All right, Charles, you're next, my friend. Feedback and any closeout thoughts you might have?
Yeah, to kind of go along with that, yeah, definitely going to get a 1 star on the 2300 version of the Yelp.
It's
No,
telling.
seriously, like, yeah. Seriously though, the combat is deadly. You know, as if you haven't played Traveler Combat, it's real quick to drop dead or be unconscious. It's not like whack miss type of stuff with D&D.
No.
And yeah, this was fun. It was nice that I only took 1 round, but I'm a little unsettled. I mean, Hellwig is kind of unsettled that one of his Marines, Spearman, is going to be in the hospital for a while,
Coral.
and is definitely going to looking at Blaine and going to go. We're going to the range.
I'm like daily now.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Is Spearman gonna get like are they gonna get like really cool cybernetics?
That's a good question that you, the party, will have to answer in conjunction with a conversation with Tankerson. Because somebody's got to pay this medical bill that's going to be coming up.
Look, my skull can play Doom now.
We were on the clock.
You were on the clock, absolutely. Listen, I said was somebody has to pay this medical. I almost said electrical bill. Somebody's got to pay the medical.
And then
bill.
we're going to have to pay him. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Right. No, I mean, like, eventually we're going to pay the electrical bill too, because like cybernetics need to charge up.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. That's probably why electrical came out of my mouth, was because I was thinking about cybernetics. Anyway, sorry.
So the other thing that I'm thinking about, right, is as we go into the half of this adventure for this season, is what the heck makes bodies go poof with a kaboom, unless it's some sort of nanobot type of thing, which shouldn't.
You cut
At least
out. You cut out.
You can implant all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
That's I'm saying, like, what makes a body, a human body, go boom, unless it's something that shouldn't exist, and that's what my character is thinking. In
it's like, yeah, I will say this, and we can touch on it. Obviously we're going to touch on this a lot more next week. Your character is definitely going to be motivated at this point, I would think, to start investigating what there is left to investigate of the 3 remains. But I think your character, with his investigation background, albeit not entirely criminal investigation, I think he would have at least some idea that there are certain. This is the biggest and only clue I'm going to give on this, that there are certain groups out there that operate this way.
Oh yeah.
And word choice was very specific.
Right.
I know. We pissed off the Big Wolf Homeowner Association.
Listen, you fuck around with a homeowners association, your life is just done.
And then I think the next words out of his mouth is when we get back to the hangar, he's gonna have words with Milligan about the press conference.
That is going to make for an interesting scene for the story of our game. I'm actually looking forward to that. I love the idea, obviously with player consent, of course, but I love the idea of characters in the same party having those sorts of conflicts and conversations, heated arguments almost. And again, the tricky part to counter that is that as long as the players are cool with each other and nobody gets, out of character wise, out upset or whatever, I love that idea, and I would love to have it, because I try to emulate what you would experience in the real world given these situations and these conditions. So this is very much, hey, you've got 2 guys that are pretty I can't think of the right word, high up within their own little group, right? And these are peers, and they might be friends, but you know what happens in the real world? Peers and friends don't always 100% agree eye to eye, same page all the time. Like, there's arguments, and there might even be a fist fight or 2. So
I won't say there's that, but there's definitely going to be a whole. You had to go run your mouth. You didn't even know what you were doing, and
the funny part.
I'll just leave it like that.
Yeah, well, no, and the funny part is a lot of fistfights between friends start with conversations that start just like that.
Yep.
Because one
yeah.
person or the other gets that defensive moment and it escalates, and next thing you know, people are throwing blows and no phone calls or birthday cards for a couple years.
Right.
Anyway, yeah. You got anything else?
Nope. I'm good.
All right, Thurgar, my final friend of the evening. What kind of feedback and other things do you have to say?
I'm glad I didn't die. I probably have less hit points than anybody.
Yeah,
I
you
think I have
got
a
some
total
low
of
stats.
20. I got a total of 20 on my physical stats there. So glad I got the professor out quick.
Yes.
Uh,
That was a smart move, by the way. I'm just gonna say it
Yeah.
for the group. It
well,
was intelligent to get the non-combatants out.
the main reason I did it is because I don't know who these gunmen are here for. To me, it's too coincidental that they show up exactly when we do, you know?
Yeah.
So, they're either after me or they're after the professor. I don't know why.
Lordy. Look how important I am. They hit it. They send out death squads after me.
Fucking wiggles. Obviously, they're going for the tall, lanky, monkey foot spacer. Come on.
I need to get.
I'm a
I need to
main
give
character.
me
Death squads can send after me.
I need
Why
to
would
get
they
me a
come
new
after this?
T-shirt.
What'd you say?
I gotta get a new T-shirt for my next press conference. It says Death Squad 0, Joseph Milligan 1.
There you go. Fucking do it. Fucking do it. Call up Barbie Walker, your press
Yeah.
contact, and be like,
I'm definitely going to. But see, we don't have any footage, that's what sucks.
yeah, well, that's the unfortunate
the
side effect of
EMP,
it. Yep,
right.
exactly. That EMP, maybe that was the reason for that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure that's part of it, but also again, it knocks out cybernetics, it knocks out laser weapons. Granted, nobody here should be carrying those, but
Yeah.
as a point, it was my suggestion that we have the goon squad come and sit separately and be armed, and that we were armed.
Oh yeah.
Within
that was definitely
within
helpful.
the law. Yeah. I think before we do anything like this again, we're gonna have to sit down at the tactical table.
The tactical is that table next to the big boys table, or is that at the kids table?
That's a big boys table.
Okay.
And we're gonna talk about all sorts of, we're gonna pull up site maps before we go there, and we're gonna do all sorts of shit. So we
need to
have
be prepared.
Plan B.
Well,
Plan B.
All I'm gonna say is I had a submachine gun, but I didn't take it because the law level, right?
Right.
And my guy plays by the law. So
at this point, my plan is for us to.
Because we were just going to Denny's. I don't get when I go to Denny's.
Yeah. Why would we be in full kit going to fucking Denny's? I just want some fucking pancakes, man.
Right.
I bought a
Waffle House says what?
In cash.
Waffle House, I would come in full kit. Waffle House will fight you.
Yeah. Anybody in there, workers, other customers, doesn't matter.
Waffle House representatives watching this video, we mean no harm, I promise you.
You walk in, one of them says hello, the other one says, "What the fuck you looking at?"
What are you looking at, and what do you want? Stop waiting. Stop wasting.
That's even at noon.
Yeah, exactly. At noon. This isn't the 2 a.m. bars close rush. All right, Thurgar, you got anything else for us, my friend?
No, my only suggestion to the rest is that we're not 100% sure this is over. We just have a respite. We're gonna have to deal with the cops, but after that, I said I want us all to grab our stuff and move to the hangar.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Because that has a large viewing area, so we can see people coming from there.
And if you're going to the starport, at least there's local security there that may or may not impede your ability to come and fuck up my day. That's my thought.
But my other thought is we're in a private building, so I can have Betty sticking out the window.
Is that too? I see where you're going. He doesn't care about any of that shit. He wasn't even going to say what he cared about. He just wanted to bring his SVD out so he can snipe a motherfucker. That's what it was. Okay, I got you.
I mean,
just like that dirt bike, I'm not going to create any scenario where you'll actually be able to use it. You'll just have the opportunity. You just won't know that you'll never use it.
That's not nice.
Fucking
That's
Wiggles snuck that dirt bike moment in on me.
Mine's just my starter equipment.
Is that your green sniper rifle that you picked up on your first day out?
Uh-huh.
Common loot or uncommon loot, I should say.
And then I tricked it out and everything.
Yeah, and so you went and spent all your premium currency to turn it into an elite or a rare item.
Mm-hmm.
So now
Yeah,
it's blue.
it's got a sticker on it. It's got some truck nuts. It's decked out.
I thought I had a sniper rifle. Oh my god!
Did you say a tripod?
No, truck nuts on a sniper rifle.
Oh.
And of course, I'm picturing it on the buttstock.
Oh.
I don't know where else you would put it.
That's my counterbalance. It's up
There
at the
you
end of the
go.
barrel.
It's your counterbalance.
So actually, real talk, the ATF has actually had to figure out whether or not truck nuts, as used a tripod, were either a decoration or a gun attachment.
I guess it just depends on where on the weapon and how much they weigh. Like, all bullshit aside, like that's the only thing I could think of is like, where is it mounted and how much does the weight throw off the center of balance of the firearm? Is it placed in such a way as to counterbalance the recoil action?
I don't know.
That's the only. I mean, that's like the only thing I could think of.
No, they just looked very neat. I don't know if the picture associated with the article was of the item in question.
Yeah. No, I got you. All right. Anybody got anything else? Last chance.
Nope, I'm good.
Charles, Wiggles.
Nope.
I'm all right.
All right.
Let's call it a night, man.
Yeah, there we go. All right, my friends. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for watching my crew manage to survive only the second actual combat scene of the entire series so far. And this one was actually intended. Well, I shouldn't say intended, but this one was actually much higher possibility of player death. And thankfully, we didn't have any. And we have one basically in critical condition and two in injured. Or I guess what's the one above or below? Less harm than critical, like serious condition, I guess. And we got a couple of dead attackers. I almost said the word I almost said the real word, but I want to give that away yet. Speaking of not giving it away, come back next week, and we will see if we can't figure out more about why this facility was struck by such a quote unquote well-armed attack group.
You need to cancel dollar margaritas.
Wow. Let me see. What do we got going on? Tomorrow I will be recording my weekly recap video for the Greyland Trios League. So that video will go live on Friday morning. And then I got to get one of my players so they can spend their experience points for the pilots and techs. And then week 5 we'll start getting scheduled so we can start recording those videos. We have no Solasta coming up on the 16th, but we do have more Second Star on the 18th. Plus other random intermittent streams as I get around to them. And I'm not distracted by other projects I have going on. So, what's the takeaway there? Look in the Discord, look in the description for the link to Discord. And you can come to our Discord server at the Krieg Dominion. And you can learn about all the things that we're up to. And talk a bunch of trash with the rest of us. And share all the memes that I can't wait to look at that have been posted in the Second Star Cast Interaction channel this whole time for the last few hours. I think I'm starting to ramble, so we're going to get up out of here. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Make sure you're doing what you got to do to take care of you and yours. And as always, stay safe out there because this world is a dark and scary place. Yeah, that's all I got. Have a good one, my friends. Stay safe.